Josh isn't here, so we don't have the iPad and the fancy sound effects live or anything.
Where is
But
it? I want. Roger can just do it with his voice.
yeah, you're a sound designer, right?
Actually,
That'll be the teaser for the episode. Like Roger Avery's here, and it's just a clip of you going, "What?
Like that. What's with all the fountain DVDs?
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies, family.
Hello.
This week on There Are Too Many Movies, we have two very special guests, returning special guests. But before we talk about that, we're going to talk about what we've been watching, and also I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Chris Collins.
We don't have the
and I don't need to
iPad
edit
here.
it in later because Alex is going to
It'll
do
be
it all.
good.
And
I'm a great editor. I've done that before at least one time in my life ever.
yes, and
Very
you
good.
are
And I'm Alex Pony by Genuine Wilson.
excellent. I'll cut.
Yeah. Just do the one yeah.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. And our two very special guests, returning special guests, we have Oscar winner Roger Avery's back.
Roger Avery.
And Gala Avary is here as well.
hey guys, I'm Josh the Gala Rodriguez.
There you go.
Actually, in Josh's seat, I feel very fortunate.
Yes, the resident football expert.
I am the
Yeah?
resident football expert. I think I've seen.
American football expert.
To be honest, I don't know anything about football except
Football.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know anything. Except I actually did fantasy football this past time, and I got
You know something.
I got third place. I picked the guys with the best smiles.
Ooh.
'Cause I thought they'd be the happiest.
That's a good tactic.
And they were
Literally-
winning.
They were winning, except for one of my guys actually hit a fan or hit a stalker of his.
And then frowned after that.
No, and then he got banned
Oh.
from playing.
You
And
can only
so,
hit on the field, I guess.
I guess.
What do you mean?
but-
He actually punched a fan?
Yeah, I guess he had a fan that had been harassing him repeatedly, and the guy was like in the stands, and he went to the stands and like swung on him and made contact, rightfully so.
Obviously, the football expert is back. Also, an expert on Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes.
And also all Michael Mann movies.
Yes.
Yeah, I have really, really big shoes to fill today.
Huge fan of Christopher Nolan.
Oh yeah,
And you've seen The Odyssey how many times?
I think I'm at like 42 now, and I might be
Yep.
seeing it on
Yep.
70 millimeter another 3 times
There
in
you
the next
go.
2 weeks. Actually, Josh might be dragging me there, so we'll see how that goes.
Excellent.
Would not be surprised.
No,
Yeah.
I would not. Literally, he put on his Instagram story, or my Instagram story, I'm sorry. How many times should I see this movie? Or how many times is too many times? And I put 1.
One single instance.
Dunked on. Absolutely
1
sniped.
is too many times.
So it's been a while since you guys have been here. And
Yeah,
since you were on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, yeah.
Twice. I
So
think,
first of
since
all,
then.
you're welcome for that. Because we're obviously
It's the bump.
the natural
Tatum bump.
the Tatum bump. You've received the Tatum bump from
Yes,
us. And
you're the step towards Joe Rogan for me.
There's too many fucking movies.
This is the show you go on before you go on Joe Rogan.
exactly. We're the
Proving
launching
ground,
pad.
we call it.
Yeah, the proving ground.
Yeah.
Hear
How
that,
w-
Peter Thiel?
Yeah.
Actually,
How was that? What was that like?
The Peter Thiel thing?
No, I'm sorry, Rogan.
Well, because I was also part of this whole
Peter
Palantir thing.
Yes.
It was amazing. Joe is a great guy, and he loves movies, and he's a big Killing Zoe fan, and so and he knows the movie really well, and he's like an amazing interviewer. He makes you immediately comfortable. When I went on with Quentin, because I've been on twice on Joe's show, and I went on with Quentin the first time, and we were smoking cigars while doing it, and it was like that was like the truth serum for him. It's like, because I don't smoke cigars, but I was like, well, I'm on Joe Rogan, I should like be one of the guys and smoke a cigar. And so I'm smoking a cigar, and I immediately was like,
no.
I would have given up nuclear secrets. I would have, like
when do you think the last time you smoked a cigar was? With John, probably.
probably with John Langley, my friend who did the TV show Cops. He produced Cops.
Oh, shit.
And he's recently passed away. But John was like a cigar aficionado, and he had them flown in on his plane from Cuba all the time. And so he would, lad, have a cigar. And he would give me a cigar, and we would talk and reminisce about stuff. And but literally, it was like a once every couple of year thing. But on Joe's show, I immediately, and it was like this big old honkin'
Like huge
dick in
cigar.
my mouth. It was a giant cigar.
Threw on the wide angle for that.
Dad.
Sorry, it was intense. It was an intense cigar. Let's just put it like that. So the last time I went on, Joe called me up and he's like, "Hey, the thing you talked about on
Eyes Wide
Shut, that's like one of our more viral clips that we've ever put out. Would you like to come back?" And I was like, "Sure." And so I went back alone that time, and I was completely like, okay,
no cigar.
Should I smoke some cigars before I go on to get my tolerance there?
Yeah.
But there was no cigar. And it was actually kind of great that there was no cigar. But of course, that was the one where I was completely like, I went down the rabbit hole super deep and, talked about all sorts of...
You talked about the guys at the very end, right? The guys following them in the store?
Well, that was on the one with Quentin. I talked about Eyes Wide Shut on that one. And yeah, I talked about the whole pedophile cult hidden thing that had been cut out after Kubrick's mysterious death. And on this one, I was like, okay, well, if I'm talking about that with
with Joe, on the first one.
With Joe on the first one, and that was such a big one, I've got to like come up with something
else
that's even more or at least equal to it. And so I had this whole Exorcist take that I'd been thinking about for a really long time that I put out there on Joe's show. Suffice it to say, it's all about who is the devil. And because the devil is not just Pazuzu. Pazuzu is just the representation of the devil. And there is encoded into the movie a very clear and obvious bit of Hollywood Babylon inside of it, and that is that basically Reagan, when there's this party, they're having a Hollywood
just
party.
tell the full thing now.
I'm going to tell it. It's too late. I'm going to tell it. I'm doing it. We're doing it live. Fuck it. They're having this kind of Hollywood party. If you remember, the mother is making a movie inside of The Exorcist, which is a very strange.
I totally forgot about that.
I think they're actually shooting
a civil protest.
She's
movie.
an actress, and
Or
she's there
university.
living in wherever that is, Georgetown, I think. And in order to make this movie, and they're shooting a campus protest film. Well, if you watch, and there's several moments that happen. One of them is the director of the film is a guy named Burke, and Burke, is kind of a strange character. He's like this sort of British guy. He's very clearly Jewish. They make a very big point of it because he's kind of really upset about her butler, who is a keeps
German
calling
guy,
him a Nazi because he's a German guy. And so nothing happens in a movie without somebody planning it.
Especially with him, with
And
Friedkin.
so there's a moment where the mother goes up to see Reagan. She's like, "Honey, are you asleep?" and everything. And they cut to her and she's all tweaked out in bed. And you're like, okay, what happened there? And then later on in the party, Burke vanishes for a long while. You don't see him. And then suddenly Reagan comes downstairs. Actually, you don't see him. And then a bunch of people start leaving the party. And Burke is one of the people who leaves. And he's wasted. He's shit-faced. And he goes to the mother as he's walking out the door and he says, "I have something to tell you. I have something to tell you." Fuck it. And then he walks out. Okay, that's kind of a weird thing to happen in a movie.
Yeah.
Nothing happens without a reason.
Right. Like you said, like if it's in the movie, somebody planned it. Somebody wrote it
planned
down.
That's
for
not just something that happens. And that's always been like, what is that?
Actor just forgot his line.
What's going on there? Yeah, exactly. What does that mean? And then later, everybody's sitting around. They're having like the party after the party. They're sitting around a piano, and a guy's playing the piano, and the mother actress is there, and her like boyfriend who's an astronaut. And Reagan comes down and goes, "You're gonna die up there," and then she pees on the floor.
"You're gonna die up there."
And everybody's like, "Whoa!" And they take her upstairs, and so shortly thereafter, she becomes possessed, and we have all the scenes of possession. What's with that whole movie thing? What's actually going on? What's actually happening there? And so it turns out that William Peter Blatty, who wrote The Exorcist, had written a screenplay before that called John Goldfarb, Please Come Home. And that's a campus protest movie that stars Shirley MacLaine. So, and who directed that movie? J. Lee Thompson, the guy who directed the original Cape Fear, Kinjite, the reincarnation of Peter Proud. And you start seeing a weird kind of thing going on in his movies. And so here's the theory. And oh, by the way, the devil from that point on speaks with an English accent. And it's all very sexual.
Your f***ing daughter.
Yeah, exactly. Daughter. And so the running theory is that while making John Goldfarb Please Come Home, William Peter Blatty was privy to knowledge that J. Lee Thompson had raped the daughter of Shirley MacLaine, Sachi, and who in her book actually mentions
Sachi's book.
Sachi's book mentions that yes, the person on the cover of the novel does look like me. But nobody ever really talks about that. And Shirley MacLaine was at one point married to an astronaut. And so obviously it's Shirley MacLaine.
Yeah.
So the running theory is J. Lee Thompson is kind of like a weird guy. When you look at his movies, like Reincarnation of Peter Proud, Peter Proud is reincarnated into Peter Proud, and he's having memories of his past life that he hunts down, and he eventually finds his daughter from his past life and starts sleeping with her. And so there's all sorts of weird stuff like that in his movies.
Kinjite is really weird. It's like about a cop that like is like super racist, but like is like, I don't know, like trying to save little kids, but also like maybe like
Cape Fear has a whole kind of young girl being menaced by the criminal guy. And so I brought that up on Joe's show.
Yeah.
And we talked about that a little bit as another piece of encoding into a movie. And I'd actually, before his death, talked to Friedkin about it. And so, and Friedkin told me very clearly, I cannot confirm that, but I'm not saying you're wrong either.
Yeah.
Shit.
And so...
Yeah, what a way to start out the episode with a bang. All the words that are banned, Roger has said.
Movies are intense.
Yeah, movies are
we
intense.
often, as filmmakers, encode into our films stuff that's going around, and maybe it's revelation of the method, or maybe it's predictive programming, but we put into our films that which we are experiencing in our lives.
Well, also,
Yeah,
Blatty
absolutely.
is such an amazing writer. Like, he's such a
and
great
he wrote, by
novelist.
the way, right after John Goldfarb, literally right after he finished doing that movie, it was when he wrote The Exorcist.
The book, yeah.
Wow.
Which became a big hit, and
Yeah.
then he was very close in the production to
Well,
making.
that's a great transition to watch list because we just watched Boorman and the Devil, this documentary.
I'm so jealous.
We actually
Stop
watched through it on
rubbing my nose in it.
we had to do
I'm
a
not gonna see it.
podcast
We were
earlier,
doing it. We were
Yeah.
doing another podcast, and so we like literally walked through like the aisle in order to get to like where they were doing the podcast.
Yeah.
And
And I
I was
am
in there, and I
in love
bought
with John
tickets.
Boorman. So
Yeah.
I was, and also like when we talk about The Exorcist, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I love all of them so much. But I think Exorcist 3 is my favorite, 2 is my second favorite, and 1 is like my third favorite.
Wow.
Certified Gala tape.
I think if you
certified.
took Exorcist out of the title of it and just called it The Heretic,
Right.
Sure.
Exorcist 2
people
is
would
so
look at that
good.
like a masterpiece.
Which was the plan. Hopefully, it was what they wanted, and obviously, studio
is that what they
strong-armed them.
said?
Yeah.
That was like the original.
That
Oh
was
my God,
the plan.
I cannot wait to see this documentary.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so excited.
fascinating. The studio strong-armed him, and obviously because they made $1 million bajillion on Exorcist 1, they were like, well, you can't not call this Exorcist 2. So yes, the original screenplay, the original title was The Heretic, and it was just completely
that moment when they're in the office or whatever, and she dials out
Yeah.
the background.
Yes.
Like she turns on her privacy screen or whatever it is,
Yeah.
and everything goes dark
Yeah.
in the rest of the office except for the glass cube
Yeah.
that she's in, is such a genius filmmaker moment.
Yeah.
Like that is the brilliance of John Boorman.
that is that shot in that
It's incredible.
is specifically referenced in the doc.
Oh,
like
really?
that whole the surrealism.
I've never seen anything like that. I was like, whoa.
Can't wait.
Oh, that's Ridley, by the way.
Ridley.
He's he's a curious kitten.
He's insane.
He's genuinely insane.
We love cats.
Yeah, he's gonna be a menace. But yeah, we just watched that. It was fascinating, and it really made what I took away more than anything was how much I need to go down and watch the rest of like John Boorman's movies because I got a blind spot apparently.
Well, you've seen Excalibur, right?
Nope.
give him.
That like physically hit you.
If only I could be you.
Yeah.
And see Excalibur for the first time.
Give him like a list because Boorman is one of like your cinematic forefathers. Like we talk about how much we love Boorman.
Of the 3 directors of Kubrick, Polanski, and Boorman, and Ken Russell.
Ken Russell. You always forget about Ken Russell somehow.
I don't really forget about Ken Russell.
Maybe Ken Russell's my cinematic forefather.
He's my. No, I
No, me.
Ken Russell.
Me.
No, I love Ken Russell as well.
But you love Boorman.
Every filmmaker is a kind of you have forefathers, cinematic forefathers, and they're connected to my work, and without them my films would be completely different.
Sure. Yeah.
And so with Boorman, for me, Excalibur is the number one most amazing film of his. I think it's the reason I'm doing Paradise Lost. It's the reason I did Beowulf. It's it's been
like you're chasing Excalibur.
I've been chasing Excalibur. To me, that's a high watermark. It's an amazing adaptation of Le Morte d'Arthur, of just the Arthurian legends in general, and which is very difficult to encapsulate into a enjoyable, audience-driven movie.
It's very far-reaching mythology.
I think Alex Thompson's cinematography in that film is sublime. He also did Legend, and the 2 movies have some of the most beautiful, fantastical cinematography of all films. I mean, he did a number of movies, but he's one of the greatest cinematographers of all time. And Boorman is just he used to write for Sight and Sound magazine. He's articulate, so when you read his books like Emerald Forest Diaries, you can learn so much from reading about Boorman, because he's also an excellent writer of he's writing about Emerald Forest Diaries or a diary, but also his film analysis and criticism and work that he wrote in Sight and Sound magazine is some of the most important writing of all time. And so definitely Excalibur. Following Excalibur, I would say for me probably Point Blank. Have you seen Point Blank with Lee Marvin?
No, those are the 2 that stuck out when it was going through a montage of his movies. I was like, I need to watch both of those.
Like, my contribution to Pulp Fiction was basically through Point Blank.
Yeah.
And so if you've seen Point Blank, you will see tonally and spiritually the lens that I was looking through when I worked on Pulp Fiction. After that, I mean, there's so many Boorman films that I love, but let me think. Hell in the Pacific. If the movie Enemy Mine with Lou Gossett Jr. and Dennis Quaid, it's like
I'm back in film school right now, except without the debt.
Is like a really
it's kind of a remake of Hell in the Pacific, but as a sci-fi film, just the way Outland is a remake of High Noon, but as a sci-fi film. Outland with Sean Connery, where he's a sheriff working in a mining colony on some planet.
Such a good movie. I love Sean Connery.
Yeah, it's Peter Hyams directed that one, Outland, and so anyhow, Boorman. I would start with those 3 for me.
Okay,
for my money.
You have your homework.
Yeah, I do. Immediately when I was watching that doc, I was just like, watch list in my head, like just logging stuff.
Actually, the Emerald Forest. Some people might not care for that movie, but I feel very personal about that film because my dad was a mining engineer and I grew up in Brazil as a result. And that movie takes place in Brazil, and it's about a child who is basically kidnapped by the indigenous people who are living there because they're trying to basically save him from the termite people, who's us. And they take him and they raise him as their own. And the father has been searching for him, and he goes back and finds him. And it's a father and son story. It's a very emotional film. Powers Booth is amazing in the movie.
Love Powers
and Charlie
Booth.
Boorman, who's also in Excalibur, and who is the son of John Boorman. He's in both movies. He stars in Emerald Forest, plays the son, grown up, and he stars as young Mordred in Excalibur, and he's incredible. And so, big fan of Charlie Boorman. So go check out those 3 movies.
So we checked those out at the Oak Cliff Film Festival. Have you guys been checking anything out while you're there?
Well, we're actually on the jury.
Yeah.
Roger's on narrative feature jury. And
Narrative
I'm on
features. So I saw all the
short.
narrative features.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice.
cool.
And I've seen the 23 short films that are up for nomination, the most out of any category.
Rank all of them right now.
No, I mean, we went into deliberation, and there were actually a few. I mean, this is going to come out later.
It's like 12 Angry Men in there.
Yeah, no.
Just-
Well, it was weird. They put us in this loud restaurant.
I mean, actually, Tacos y Vino is a really yummy taco place. Like,
Oh, there's some good
Yeah.
stuff down
there
there.
was a really good. I love my Nopales taco. It was so good. Like,
Yeah. But that's where your jury deliberation
that
was?
was where our jury deliberation was, and we were all at a table. And I mean, you can say actually what you picked because
Well,
the
okay,
movie is
by the-
gonna
Sorry.
this is gonna come out after.
Yeah, because the weekend ends and then everything.
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow we announce like what the winners are.
Okay, yeah,
So,
because this is going to come out sometime next week
If
later.
you trust
so
these two,
yeah, I trust these guys. I trust them with my-
we're leaking it right now.
Yeah.
what's like your favorite narrative feature that you
Okay,
saw?
so all of the movies are very interesting. All of them have a strong indie spirit. Like, all of them are personal journeys, and all of them are because they're super personal films. All of them are in their own way excellent. Mm-hmm. I just want to start off by saying that even when I didn't like a movie, I still acknowledge that, like even the movie I didn't like, I was talking about.
Well, you're really talking about it the most out of anything. And I think also like the thing that we talk about with cinema and art is that you don't have to like it or dislike it. You just have to feel something.
True.
And so like
Very
even
true.
if you dislike a movie, if you can feel something and you talk about it, that means the movie's worked.
And so even the movie that I didn't really care for, I didn't care for it for reasons because I felt like it was. I almost felt like what I was watching was about me, and it was bothering me. Like it was feeling really personal, and it was disturbing me. And then, anyhow, I don't want to get too deep into the ones that I don't like, but all of them were interesting movies with interesting perspective. But there was one movie in particular that I didn't think I was going to like at all. I was like, okay, I'm just going to buck up and do it. But I watched it like as maybe the third or fourth movie.
I think it was the third movie.
Yeah, the third movie in.
They're
I
in
was
alphabetical
I was
order.
like, well, I'll just go ahead and get this one over with. And I popped on Cramps, a period piece.
Yes, yeah.
I think the best way to describe it is like a John Waters movie mixed in with a little bit of David Lynch.
Okay.
And so you can definitely feel the love of John Waters when you watch this movie. And I have never been really a John Waters fan. I'm not like a fan of Divine.
Chris actively hates him.
Not a
it's
fan
like
of
I'm
John
not like a big
Waters.
Divine fan. I'm not like
I
into
He's a nice guy, but-
whatever that is, hair salon culture
Sure.
in Baltimore with
Sure,
cat eye
yeah.
glasses
Yeah.
and the cross dressing thing. Like,
All that's fine for me. It's the animal cruelty that made me just like
Yeah.
write him off completely.
right. And so like, so
yeah, there's a few directors for me like that.
Yeah.
So John Waters, like, I understood it and I kind of appreciated it for what it was, but it just wasn't ever connecting with me. And for some reason, this movie did connect with. I watched it and I was like, huh. I see what they're doing, and they were shooting on film, and that made it pop, actually. The colors and the cinematography, even though it's very basic, shot like a John Waters movie in a very simple, almost deconstructive way. And it was like, I was watching it and I was thinking, this is like a punk movie. This is a real punk film. And then it had this kind of highly grotesque angle to it. Like, Divine, like, eats shit in John Waters' movies.
Right.
I don't really care about that. And this one is about like menstruation and this girl with cramps, and it's almost like there's a monster inside of her that's like the blob that comes out every now and then and like attacks people and burns them, and it's like whacked out. But I couldn't stop thinking about it after I saw it, and it anyhow, surprisingly, that became, even though I'm not like a John Waters guy, I thought that was the movie that had the most force of vision even though it's kind of an homage film, in some ways, it had this kind of force of vision, and they pulled it off, I think, better than John Waters. It's the best John Waters movie John Waters never made. And I was like, okay, that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Like that was interesting to me. They actually made me think about going back and revisiting John Waters' work.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. So when you get to be on the jury for these, are you getting screeners, or you get like a pre-theater situation?
So you can
links
well, because,
to like
but
Vimeo.
Also because not,
yeah,
which I
not
hate,
all the
but
movies like we're able to play like when we were able to see them.
Yeah.
And so it's like you want to. I love this cat.
Yeah.
You want to
He's a menace.
You want to be fair to all the movies, and if you
course.
see one movie in a theater but you see the rest of them on a link, you're, like it's automatically going to be non-equal. And so if you're able, and Roger's been on juries before where like they march the jury through each screening, and then you go deliberate.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the jury. And everybody stands. And then you come walking out and you're like, oh, and you got to take seats in the theater alongside everybody. And now we begin in the presence of the jury. And you watch the movie with everybody. And I'm always wondering, am I allowed to laugh during this? Am I allowed to
be like an
cry
objective,
during this? Or am I supposed to keep a poker face? So, but I just express myself when I'm in a movie and I'm feeling it. I just go for it.
Sure.
Yeah, but this time we didn't have the opportunity to see all the movies before we had to do deliberation.
So to be fair, I made sure to watch all the movies in the same. Oh, I thought he was peeing on me. Oh, he was actually licking me. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, but
my cat just licked Roger Avery. It's insane.
Yeah.
But we wanted to see them all in the same way. Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, and so I wanted to be fair to all of the other films, and so I watched them all on their various links that were
accrued
available.
for you.
But I have a pretty good setup at home, and I tried to dedicate myself to each one as I was watching it.
Yeah, give it its best shot.
Is there any one aspect of a movie that can like push it over the edge for you in terms of like what you value the most? Is it like the writing or the production design or the way it just looks or anything?
Well, I mean, for me, actually, I was thinking about this earlier today, when everybody comes together for the same reason and you feel the passion from everyone's there and they're giving their most and they're all aligned in vision, you can generally feel that.
Absolutely.
When I started watching that TV series, The Chosen, for example, whether you're into that or not, what I recognized was, wow, everybody who's making that is there for the same reason. Mm-hmm. And they're all giving 100% because they believe in what they're doing. They're not just showing up and just doing it. And so for me, it's a kind of elusive quality that is basically everybody's there.
You can tell.
Loving what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. You can feel it in the art.
It radiates from a movie when people are there for the right reason.
I think it's a mix of quality of like the art, but also of leadership. Like the director has to make everyone on the ship row in the same direction. And I totally
that's
agree.
What it is. Everybody's rowing in the same direction.
I totally know what you're talking about, where it's like you can tell everybody on this set believed in it.
Because
or
you can make
at
a
least
movie
loved it.
Like this movie, it's dubbed, the Cramps movie, it's dubbed. It's kind of forcibly Waters-ish performances. Mm-hmm. So it's like, kind of these, the big divine-like character that they have. Like, well, I'll tell you, girl. Like, I'm even performing it better than she does. It's like a kind of stilted performance. And so I wouldn't say that they were good performances, but everybody knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
and they were
it's
doing
camp
the right
in a
thing.
sense.
And even, the camera work is very simple, but it's shot on film and it's very beautiful. It's like they captured this kind of texture and color of John Waters' work, which is a raw film, late 1970s, early 1980s, design.
Right.
And everybody was doing the same thing.
Yeah, and it kind of comes
in the same direction. It's a good way of putting it.
It's a it also, like that look you're talking about, it's like it makes it feel punk, like what you're saying.
Yeah,
the indiness comes out, the imperfections, and like it's not really, they didn't light it that well, and they just kind of run and gun. Did they have permits? Probably not. You can tell. Like I love that kind of filmmaking too.
I'm trying to remember the name of one of the movies.
Do you want me to pull it up?
What?
I have them on my phone.
Yeah, it was.
Was it like their boyfriend one?
No. Although that one is purposely shot in a very loose style on a kind of Hi8, or VHS-C or something.
VHS-C right behind you.
Really?
Yeah.
There it is. It's shot on a kind of older format, and it's 4:3.
Okay, there was Airport Boulevard.
Airport Boulevard.
Oh, okay.
Airport Boulevard.
Why?
Airport Boulevard has some beautiful cinematography in it. It's very, it's digital, but it's deep, like the black and white photography in it. I was looking at it, I was like, well, this is like Gordon Willis. This looks like Manhattan. This is very well shot, even though they're intercutting it occasionally with like kind of, I don't know, it looks like Super 8 or something, very raw footage. But, and the movie had a kind of Manhattan quality. It's sort of showing Austin, city of Austin off. I think it's Austin. It's showing the Texas city that they're in as a kind of Manhattan style nostalgic view with, jazz music playing in the background. And so that was like, technically, I think I would say it was very clean and technically well made. There was a Canadian movie there that was a Telefilm Canada film. That's What We Dreamed Of, I think was the name of it, or
What We Dreamed Of Then.
Yeah, What We Dreamed Of Then. Which
Have you ever had a dream?
Yeah, which was probably technically the most competently made. There's a lot of excellent, cinematographers and production people in Canada because they're working in telefilm. It's all subsidized by the government, unlike the indie movies that are made in Austin. Those movies are subsidized by the government, and so, they're able to hire like all these technically competent crew people, and the movie looked like a real good movie, but I just didn't like the movie as much.
Sure.
It didn't. I didn't
Cramps
connect.
just won out.
I didn't connect with it, and so ultimately, in the end, and then with my other jury members, two other people, we conversed about it, and we basically looked at our top 3 films, and two of us, Cramps was the top film for us.
Oh, there was a voting block, huh?
And it turned out to be the voting block. I'd met that guy the night before, and I was like, okay, you and I, we're gonna be like, a voting block.
We were joking.
We're gonna coordinate
one other guy.
our.
We already know what we're gonna do.
But then it turned out to be true. You're
really?
right.
Oh my god, that's so fun. I didn't know that.
The other guy, that was his second favorite film.
Okay, so it made sense
You're
then.
like,
so-
come on, man.
And he didn't really. He chose not to like fight for his favorite film. He didn't feel so strongly about it, and I liked the movie which was the
His number
hometown Wizen Center
this was
movie.
so weird. Dad put on one of the movies, and it turned out that it was shot like 5 minutes from us, where we go eat gelato.
I was like, is this unfair?
And
This
then
is
it
like a
turned-
hometown
and
movie.
then it turned out that like he knew one of the guys in it.
Yeah,
that he
the
met,
guy who
like-
plays the very handsome hip hop instructor. I know the guy, and I'm like, oh, I was just in Cannes with him, and I'm like, well, hold on a second.
And it's like made like at
that's
like on
AJ.
I was literally there like the day before we flew out, like at a store, and I'm like, oh my god, and Dad sent screenshots, and
I was like,
and
yeah,
then
I'm
the
sending
house is,
screenshots,
like, we
and I'm
know
like,
exactly
yeah,
what street
I know
it's
where this
on.
is, and that's
Yeah.
the gelato shop that I have been to, and
Like, did they know?
They bribe you with gelato, dude?
well, it was like, is that unfair? And I've thought about it, and your mom was like telling me over text, "Can you be impartial?" And I was like,
It's a mistrial. It's a mistrial. We can't
I'm
do
not
it.
sure you have to be impartial.
Well,
actually,
but I mean that brings up a good point, because like I was on the shorts jury, and we had the Dallas Film Commissioner Katie was on the jury with us, and so
She's
of course
awesome.
she,
Shout out
she's
Katie.
amazing. We love
She's
you, Katie.
listening.
Like we love you.
She's a listener somehow.
No, we love you. And, like,
Weirdly.
I know,
Weirdly,
she has like
yeah.
amazing things to say about you guys. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see like there. Everyone's been asking me, are you guys gonna go see that There Are Too Many Movies, guys? And I'm like, yeah, except for Josh, who's not here.
Yeah.
I'll go see him later, because he's right now. If no one knows, he's literally like 20 minutes away from where I live.
You literally
Yeah.
just switched.
Yeah, we
spaces.
just switched
Yeah,
spots, and so
well, he's at that training center. The
Yeah,
Yes.
in Oxnard.
the
in
LeBron
Oxnard.
James one.
I don't.
Is that
no,
who it is?
No, he isn't.
No, maybe it's not
Dad.
LeBron. No, but
The Dallas Cowboys.
right, but I think they train at like was it LeBron?
Why would they train at the LeBron?
I don't know. It's
They're all learning
somebody.
basketball
They're at
this
the Lou
season.
Gehrig Disease Center. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it literally, but it's like a sports training place.
But
all
anyway,
sports.
he's there. But Katie like knows a bunch of people, and like knows people that are like connected to the movies and stuff. So like you
Yeah.
have to like be impartial, and the best way is just like you just disclose it. Like, hey, I know this person, or like. And actually, one of my jurors knew someone, one of his former students had submitted one of the short films.
Oh.
And so he waited to talk about it and then asked us, hey, like full disclosure, like this is one of my students. What did you guys think for like one, what did you think? But also two for like feedback.
He's lucky I wasn't on that jury because, okay, you're invalidated on this whole vote.
Well, no, because he didn't bring up the movie. He actually like waited to see if we brought it up and we didn't. And so at the end, he was like, hey, I just want to like hear like your feedback on this. Like if I talk to my former student, like I can give them feedback, which I thought was like a really great mentor thing.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, the movie that won our category was really, really good. But I'm going to give a special shout out to this movie called Booger Rags, which I could.
Shout out Booger Rags.
Yeah, Gala, you were shut down on that one. Everybody was
because-
against you.
Dang.
On
No,
that.
it wasn't that they were
Of course.
against me.
Of course, Gala's sticking up for Booger Rags in the jury.
This is a passion project.
this movie fucking ruled. Everybody's wrong.
Hey, wait a second. Yes. But I mean, I really like the one that won. It was called Mr. Adidas. It's really good, actually. It's like this Australian movie, and this girl plays twins, and it's really good and deep on all these levels. It was really good. But like Booger Rags, I watched it. I was like, I don't like this. And then like at a certain point, I was like, I actually think I kind of like this. And then I can't stop thinking about
won you
Booger
over.
Rags.
It won you
And I
over.
literally was sitting there, and I was like, can we give Booger Rags like a special thing? And then we gave a special thing to this other movie that was like really good, so we couldn't give it to Booger Rags. And I love you, Booger Rags.
Well, no, but not everybody's
Like,
going to love Booger
no,
Rags.
but I love Booger Rags. Booger Rags is like about this guy who's super depressed, and he calls a puppet that's meant for like children's shows to talk to about like his depression. Like his wife died in a hot air balloon, and like his son got taken away by the government, and all
What?
this stuff.
Who the fuck is this
And this girl is like
Taken by the government?
pantomiming through a puppet to like basically give him therapy. And there's such a weird, interesting twist at the end. And this is so random. I do a supper club in Los Angeles. It's been super fun. We have like 40 members now, but like we always have one stranger at the table. And 2 times my strangers have been in the puppet community. One of them is like the lead director for Rick and Morty, and he has like a secret puppet passion project. And then one of them is this guy Gregory, who has this puppet movie that I think is going to go to the Oscars, like a puppet short film called Meet Your Maker. And so I texted him, I'm like, do you know this guy who's making this puppet movie, Booger Rags? And he's like, no, but now I need to. And so I'm going to bring the puppet community together.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, I've seen the Booger Rags guy walking around at the festival, and I keep on wanting to approach him and be like, I love Booger Rags. I'll do it tomorrow.
Too
at the thing.
starstruck.
No, like literally, like I saw him. I'm like, oh my God, that's the Booger Rags guy. I love this short film. I don't know what to say about it besides I've gone kind of psycho for Booger Rags.
There you go.
I also,
Welcome back to the Booger Rags podcast.
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
also
guys.
take into consideration, I asked up front, okay, which filmmakers are actually here?
I mean, we asked that.
true.
Yeah,
We asked that also.
I think, if you've come to the festival, I think that gives you a point.
Well,
I can kind of agree with that, yeah.
You don't want to and I've made this mistake before actually in festivals
well, we made that mistake.
where I
this
fought
time.
for films where the filmmaker wasn't even
Yeah.
there, and it's like, and so you want also for it to be a good show, a good festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if somebody's there, like they're there.
Yeah, it's a big
and,
deal.
and that gives you like a point or a half point or
But
whatever.
I mean, the one that won,
process.
Mr. Adidas, is really good. It's really funny. I just became obsessed with Booger Rags.
Mr. Adios or Mr.
Adidas. It's about this guy that has is trying to collect all of these
I
like
thought you were saying
vintage.
adios in,
No.
in a very strange accent.
I mean, that would be very like
Adidas.
me. But it's like about this guy that's collecting all these vintage like sweatshirts, and he gets one, and it's a like a bad copy. Like it's a bootleg.
Sure.
And so
Yeah,
instead of
it's
saying Mr. Adidas, it says Mr. Adidos, and it has the wrong amount of fingers on it. And he's like really upset because he needs to get like the exact right one, like in the thrift store. And it's actually, the story is very touching. And it's like this Australian. So like, I love Australian stuff. I find them very weird. Like Australia, you're weird. I like it. But
Descendants of
it's really
prisoners.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of prisoners on an island.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pretty
Like
cool.
if you back then, if you even like
Looked the wrong way at
you
someone.
gave somebody a little bit of lip and you were outside
Get
of their
off,
social
Outback.
class, they'd put you on a boat and
Yeah.
off you go.
Take you to Azkaban.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think you're right though about the director attending the festival, because there is an aspect of it being a good festival, and there's some some show element to it of winning an award and all that. But also, I think it's if the director is there, if the filmmaker's there, it's not like they're sitting in LA and just sending it to every festival so they can decorate a trailer with accolades and stuff. I think there's something about like believing in your film, going and watching people watch your film, and like trying to tour with it and believe in
Yeah.
it. I say this as somebody who's never made a film,
But,
but
actually, they actually
there's
say
an element
for
behind it.
also-
I can see the captain is with
Sure.
For submissions, actually, it's a really important thing. Like when you talk to a festival, like if you do talk to the programmer, like you are able, when you submit your film, to email the programmer and be like, hey, I really love this festival. I go every year.
I will bring our actress.
I will bring our actress.
Or whatever.
They want to hear that you're going to bring people.
Yeah, that
like, if you're going
too.
to bring your cast, your crew, if you're going to bring your friends and family, like if you are a young filmmaker or a new filmmaker or an old filmmaker or whatever filmmaker, and you are applying to festivals, number one thing that they say is like, besides like make sure your movie is as done as possible and like you filled everything out on Film Freeway, like it's really important to do that, is to actually attend the festivals. And if you can't attend a small festival somewhere, don't apply.
Yeah, because the festival itself is a show.
Yeah.
And you're trying to put on a good show.
It will also, like when we saw this documentary, Tracers, about a play about the Vietnam War, is phenomenal. And this
That's
is
the one written by the guy who
did Standing Still.
Who did Standing Still?
Yeah.
the movie I acted in.
This was a world premiere of that documentary, and at the end of it, the filmmaker came up. Well, first he introed the film, which was great, and then afterwards, casts and crew came up, and these are Vietnam vets who made a play that was incredibly moving, that spawned a run of theater runs across the nation and everything. And it was like, then you saw them watch it. This was the world premiere. This is the first time these Vietnam vets who made this play, and this documentary is about them, this is the first time they're seeing it. So they're up there overwhelmed with emotion.
Right.
There's a Q&A aspect. How do and
it's super powerful.
And it was it was like, this is what a film
shit.
Well, this is what a film festival, to me, this is the draw of a film festival. Because otherwise, you're just running a bunch of movies over and over. And that's, it's cool, but
you go there for the experience.
Yes,
And also like as a film, like even if you don't have a movie in attendance, to get to go to a film festival and meet other filmmakers or like kind of people, or to meet programmers, or just to meet people that like to make stuff or that you have something in common with, it's super powerful and really important for the community.
Yeah.
Like film festivals that are community based. And that was one of the things we talked about in deliberation. It's like, this movie is an Oak Cliff movie.
Yes.
Like when we were looking at things, it's like, this actually fits with the festival. And like, it's a really good representation of like the neighborhood or like what this festival stands for. And so it's just, I think that film festivals are really important. And so like, if you can go to them, if you can support them, I'm just blah, blah, blah. I love the Oak Cliff Film Festival. I love the Texas Theater guys. But like, we were talking with the guy on Cult and Culture, basically about like how like the record store, the video store, and the movie theater are all like the important places to go. And I love these cats that are just like running and galloping.
The other thing that I use, that I kind of apply to my process, and these are just like small considerations, is, does the movie already have distribution? Or are they seeking distribution? Do they need the help of the festival?
Yeah, that was something else we did, because one of them actually was like, oh, it's going to go into a TV show. Like they already are like making it into a TV series.
Like they're already like doing a thing.
And it was that Mr. Jesus one, which I thought was so funny. It was about this guy that like his life rights or whatever by Netflix got like taken. And he signed them away as like a background extra, and he's been chosen to be AI Jesus. And so all of a sudden everyone's seeing his face when they're talking to AI Jesus, and now they're pilgriming to his house to like talk to Jesus. And at the end, he actually is like, I am Jesus. Like he accepts the role of Jesus. And it was so funny. And I was like, I like that movie a lot. And they were like, well, I think it's already being developed into a TV series and all this stuff. And I was like, okay.
By Netflix?
Yeah, by Netflix.
They don't even need him. They're just like, we're just going to run the AI.
But it's like, I was like, okay, like let's try to give it to someone maybe that doesn't have the leg up or something.
Yeah.
But
so like if a movie already has like feature has distribution, it's like, they may be the best movie, but we will take that into, generally, if you're on a jury, you try to take that into consideration. You're like, maybe we'll consider, we'll just take that into consideration when
you take a lot of factors
when
into
we're tabulating. If it's between two movies and it's pretty close, the one that has distribution, maybe you'll give it to the one that doesn't.
Or maybe you'll back the one that has distribution because you're like, I really believe in this and everyone else does. Like some jurors might be like that.
Yeah, well, some might be like that, but they have to get past me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Booger Rags.
I haven't forgotten you.
Wait, can I just stop this for a moment and ask, what's the deal with all the Fountain DVDs?
Oh, we're not stopping anything. This is all staying in.
Well, yeah.
So the Fountain
What's that
DVD,
all about? There's like 20 copies of the
I should
Fountain
have brought
up
you
there.
another one.
Yeah. Okay. So in the early days of the pod, Josh and I were going back and forth, and he was like, "Fuck you! You like pretentious movies like The Fountain." And
Do you actually?
Oh, that's totally my thing with that movie.
Yeah. No, I don't like that movie.
I'm 32 or however old Aronofsky was when he made that. Let me tell you about life and death.
Yeah, the Fountain of Youth. Yeah,
A
no.
generation-spanning epic of multiple.
Yeah, so Josh said that to me. It became like an inside joke, kind of a clip, and as a joke now, everybody sends me copies of The Fountain. So listeners, just nonstop, I get copies.
Just mail it in.
I think I got like a graphic novel version of it. Somebody
I
sent
got
me.
Also have old,
I got you the
which is,
comic.
like,
When the
kind of-
stack touches the ceiling, what happens?
Then I make a chair out of it,
There you go.
and then I
God,
sit
the
in my
throne.
throne of the
The Iron Throne.
fountains.
The Fountain Throne.
Yes, exactly.
I had
So
to watch that movie for like an ancient Gnosticism class and like do like a whole piece on like a comparison text with like ancient Gnosticism for that.
How is that the source text?
yeah, that and
the fuck?
you paid for that education.
I
like,
did, actually,
like
that was
somebody
one
was
of
just
my-
like, "Hey, watch this,"
That was
and
actually
fucking
one
I
of
don't
my
know. I'm gonna sleep.
That was actually one of my favorite classes I took in college because I got to watch Altered States and do a comparative piece on vocal
Patty
linguistic
Chayefsky,
like chanting with Altered States. And
That's
so-
the one where he becomes a monkey, right?
Yes, and I
Okay, yes, I'm.
don't.
on board.
I don't like monkey movies at all. Like I actually actively, and please don't. I know I feel it coming. but
Mighty
please-
Joe Young. What
No,
the fuck?
I don't like monkeys in movies at all.
It's
but I love
freaky.
that movie. Monkeys are freaky,
So
and
you
Yeah.
see Primate, the one where
No,
the monkey
I was-
murders everyone.
was that the one where like the monkey,
Monkey
like is off
shines.
its meds and like it goes
Yes.
and it can't. Actually, I felt really bad for that because the monkey was a pet. And like
Yeah.
a pet should be cherished. Actually, any animal should be cherished.
Yes. I will
I'm
say-
of the belief of like animals rock and roll.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Why do you like-
Chimpanzees scare the shit out
you know
of
what?
me.
They scare me, but I can still respect them, just like the ocean.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
yes.
No, it's like
yes.
you
yes.
light a birthday candle on a cake for them. They flip out and tear
Yeah.
your face off.
Yes.
They go for the nose, the nuts, and the arms, and
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, cool.
And
I'm
the
just
ears, the ears
I'm
and
just
the
a
eyes.
nub of a
And they're
person.
incredibly strong.
Yeah.
Yes.
They just rip them right off.
Yeah.
They go
monkey's
straight for
great.
cartilage.
Have you
each
ever
time.
seen those
my God.
super muscular,
I really don't
hairless
like it.
monkeys?
The
that-
ones with mange where they're like
yeah, where they're just like all super buffed.
Yeah.
I don't
brutal.
like
Yeah.
monkeys.
Shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so what else have you guys been watching recently?
Sorry,
Yeah.
you did mention Old. Have you seen Old?
I have not seen Old, but I've heard about Old.
Oh, that's,
feel like
That's
you
M.
have.
is that
Night.
Night's,
That's M. Night, right?
Night's
Okay,
film?
So wait a second.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Night.
Did we talk about Trap on here, Roger and I, before?
I don't think
Okay, because
so.
if I did talk about Trap, I'm sorry to everyone if I talked about Trap last time, but I love Trap
Think
like
it's
so
great.
much. But like Dad and I went to go see it in a theater together.
Because
I think it was
we
the
did
second-
we did
Because I
talk about this because
identified
I remember
with
now.
Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
literally my Carly Rae Jepsen experience with my dad.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
going to see that. I felt like he is that. Oh, we did talk
that
about
he
it, so
is a
whatever.
serial killer.
You see a platform open and you're like, that's cool down there. Let's check that out.
Yeah.
And then he
I
talks.
love that
those
scene.
scenes.
That's literally
I
him,
love that
though.
moment. I love that moment.
And then the merch guy's
Hey.
like, "I'm not supposed to tell anybody this."
Listen, I'm gonna tell you every exposition time.
Oh yeah, well that's,
No, but that's
what
the
that's what
brilliant-
M Night like always reserves for himself to be that
No, but that's
odd
the brilliant,
exposition
that's
guy.
the brilliant part about that movie because it shows that if you're just nice to someone, they will help you out in all these different ways that like you don't expect. And that
Yeah.
guy, like, he's just like nice to him.
It's like The Village when he's playing the security guard who
Yeah.
completely explains, oh yeah, and they stopped air traffic over here because of this, and that's why they did that. Is because well, like
But
gave
people are like that in real life. Like,
Yeah,
today,
but-
like some guy just told us his. Don't repeat it.
Was
But
it
he
M Night
told us-
Shyamalan?
No, but he literally
Stopped you
told
on
us
the
his
street?
entire life story about like getting fired and all this stuff and like the reason why he got fired. And I don't want to repeat it because he might watch this and that secret stays with us. But I will
it was
tell you
actually
later.
one of my favorite movies of his. I really
Trap,
liked
yeah.
it. I really liked it. It
Yeah.
was really enjoyable.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It was
is fun.
relatable for me because of the
Yeah.
Carly Rae
I will say
Definitely
though,
experience.
connection.
I would love to know your opinion on
Oh.
Old because it is fascinatingly bad to the point that we think it's like halfway through when you're watching it,
Ingenious?
you're like, this is a joke, right?
It has to be a joke.
I'm Jaron. I'm a nurse.
This
We're
is
gonna
funny,
watch
right? This is a
Old.
comedy,
Yeah, I
right?
have not seen it
That's
yet.
gonna be our
Oh my
homework.
God.
It's actually in my list on your Plex.
Yeah, I
It's
have a
so-
If
giant
you could do a
Plex
mystery
server.
science
Same.
theater watch of that where you commentate while you watch it, I would pay top dollar.
Oh my
Okay.
God, same.
Well, we could
Pulp-
do that on Pulp Time.
Hey,
Yeah,
speaking
actually.
speaking of,
It's a good transition.
Speaking of, okay, so during COVID, I had a Discord server where we had like a movie club and we did basically 7 nights of streaming every day. Like we would program and people would come. And since I've since left Letterboxd. That's a whole other story of all other drama.
I've broken up with Letterboxd.
I literally did break up with. I wrote a whole Substack article about my breakup with Letterboxd.
Yeah.
She was very emotional
It
about the
was a
whole
13-year
thing.
relationship that we had.
No.
But it's been terminated by me. Anyway, so
dumped
but, like, they don't have social media, so we just put like my Discord name on my Letterboxd, and a bunch of people joined, and I'm still really good friends with a lot of them. Like I've met them in real. We did a watch party at the New Beverly all together. Like people flew in for it.
It's amazing.
Which was super awesome. But
$5 a month to join our Patreon Discord, by the way. Just
we're gonna plug things.
forgot to
Patreon,
squeeze that in.
just say $5 to join our Discord.
I'm a year-long subscriber. I've subscribed a year at a time because it's a good Patreon. So
Yeah.
anyway.
She likes our Discord. She likes Booger Rags. What else you
There you
need?
go. Impeccable taste.
But I was on Discord, and to be honest, I was never satisfied with the streaming quality, even when you pay for Nitro, and
Yeah.
that's just like a personal thing. And we had like 100 members, and so when you try to get a bunch of people in there, and you're watching, and the streaming quality is never good, it's a real bummer. But I love doing it, and Roger and I, along with our business partner Jason, have recently come out with a streaming platform called pulptime.com, where it's communal watch parties and commentaries. And basically you can get on live either publicly or privately and do a watch party with your friends. And if you do it publicly, you can publish your watch party as a commentary afterwards.
Oh,
That's really fun.
very
And
cool.
people can listen later as
Yeah.
like either like the kind of like mukbang YouTube thing.
Or
where,
you
like,
can just
you
put a
eat
commentary
together.
on if you feel like it. Like I took commentary that I recorded in 2000, the year 2000, and put it onto
For Killing Zoe.
For Killing Zoe,
Ah.
which had never been released. I never.
That's so cool.
and so we put that.
So it's
on.
available for people to listen
Yeah.
to, and like people are going to come on, like directors are going to come on and do commentaries. Like at the festival, like Joe Swanberg agreed to come on, and
Yeah.
Mark Pellington is going to come on with
So-
movies that they have, and I actually
Uwe.
Boll is going to come on, which is a crazy story. And like I just asked Barack, like, can I stream Corn Man, and will you come and do
There
a
you
Corn
go.
Man thing? Because I'm a huge Corn Man fan.
Shout out to Brock Epstein.
Yeah, we love you, Barack. And Barack and I, we actually talked, and we're gonna go. I think it's SMU, maybe I can't remember who has it, but someone has his full library of like all of his film.
Yeah.
and they're gonna scan it for
Yeah.
us.
Oh,
so
that's
we can get
sick.
a scan, and we're gonna remaster Corn Man.
And so it's
as a film transfer.
Classic movies. It's
awesome.
indie movies. It's AI movies.
It's a home for things that just like people want to watch.
Yeah.
And it's been really great doing our beta testing to see people come on and like become friends. Actually, I have sorry guys, but I have an analytic of like, I can see how many people add each other like from the watch parties. And like, it's kind of cool seeing that people are like, hey, like Michelle, so glad to see you. And like, can't wait to talk to you after about this. And
Like we put on All Quiet on the Western Front from 1930, and
I had never seen that before.
I mean, I had seen it many, many years ago, but I don't remember feeling what I felt when I watched it with the watch party with everybody else. And I'm commenting on the film, and I'm talking about, Carl Freund, the DP, and his extraordinary work, with F.W. Murnau on The Last Laugh, and how he then, after doing All Quiet on the Western Front, which has extraordinary, it looks like the Universal monster movies as far as the lighting, and because he did all of those Universal monster movies.
Cool.
He did The Mummy, he did Bela Lugosi's Dracula, and then he eventually designed all of the lighting, the 4-camera lighting for I Love Lucy. Like that was his final
Wow.
thing in life. A lighting design so that you could move cameras without readjusting the lights that is still in use today on every sitcom.
So he basically invented the sitcom.
He invented the
Yeah, he
sitcom
invented the
lighting
sitcom.
system.
Crazy.
That's
And
really
so,
cool.
we talk about
Situational
that.
comedy.
We talk, but there is a battle sequence in that movie that is so harrowing. It's every bit as harrowing as the Saving Private Ryan opening. You watch it and you're like, well, for certain Spielberg studied All Quiet on the Western Front. And it's almost like,
Actually, we even watching Mark Pellington, we did there was a music video showcase at the Oak Cliff Film Festival last night.
Yeah, that's right.
And one of Mark Pellington's, I think it's a Nine Inch Nails song, where I was like, "What's going on?" And it's all the people running, and they're in the cage,
no,
like behind and like they're all running to the train.
oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
a Trent Reznor.
Yeah,
well,
but
I don't
like-
know if it's Nine Inch Nails, but maybe it is. Maybe
I
it's Nine
can't
Inch
remember,
Nails.
but there's one shot where like literally it's the shot where they're jumping over the grave,
Yeah, oh,
where
yeah.
they're in, and I
That's-
was like, oh my god, Mark watched All Quiet on the Western Front
that
and like
has to
took
be an
that, and
homage,
it's like
yeah.
it's so crazy for me. It was a first time watch, and it's great like being able to commentate with Roger watching it and like seeing all these things that were so influential. And then the best part is like it's recorded and people can go back and listen.
Yeah.
That's
It's
really
so
cool.
weird. It feels like one of those things things, it's like, oh yeah, of course that should exist.
Yeah,
Right,
like a
right.
lot of
And it's
commentary.
almost an interesting movie because if you've seen Paths of Glory, the Kubrick film, that's like the French side of. So obviously Kubrick saw All Quiet on the Western Front. That's the French side of what's happening. Like they're attacking the anthill, and now we have the perspective from the anthill of the French coming at them, and they're just machine gunning them one after another.
It would be a great double feature.
I almost started crying while watching it.
That would be a
It was
great
so
double
intense.
feature, though.
Yeah.
Paths of Glory and All Quiet on the Western Front. But if you want to hear Roger talk more about it, because there is a full commentary, you can go to Pulp Time.
We talked about City Lights. We talked about
Sherlock Jr.
the very first sound film, which most people attribute to the Jazz Singer. It is technically, but the truth is, Jazz Singer is a silent film with a sound moment that happens in it. And so the real first all-talkie sound feature is a movie called Lights of New York, which is a kind of gangster movie. Extraordinary film.
Yeah,
it's like a precursor
covered,
to the Hawks version of
so we covered that
Scarface.
one, and like they're just all up there now, which is great. And then we're gonna every Thursday we have a stream that we're doing live, and we kind of have like a rotating schedule because we have like a lot of Europeans or people in different time zones. So we're doing like The Little Shop of Horrors, which is the Corman movie, and not a lot of people know that The Little Shop of Horrors.
Is that the Jack Nicholson one?
It's the Jack Nicholson one, and so we're gonna do that, and like we're gonna do His Girl Friday this month, and so we have like a lot of really great titles. That we're
one of
gonna
the
cover.
things that I love about movies is that you go into a dark theater, you sit there and you dream while you're awake, like staring at the flicker on the screen, looking at stained glass windows, and you're sitting in the dark next to people you don't even know, and who have different ethics, different ideologies, different race, different creed, different color. Everything about them is different than you, and yet you're there together, trapped in this dark theater, having this ecstatic, waking, dreaming experience, watching our myths and traditions kind of told to us, and you're sharing your bodily electricity. And there is a kind of, we can say, since there's like looking at stained glass windows, a kind of congregational quality, a kind of church of cinema that occurs, and it unifies people. And as movie theaters have been deconstructed by streaming channels and the streaming business model, actually, I think there's a resurgence happening in theaters right now. We can see it in a number of movies that from the Odyssey to Obsession to Backrooms, and we can see that people are seeking that kind of connection.
Even Spider-Man, which just came out today and like broke like a ton of records.
People are seeking that connection with other people, and that is the secret sauce of cinema. And so we looked at that and we were like, well, what happened with Gala's Discord, I noticed that it was bringing people together also. And that's really what movies are about, is like sharing these kind of experiences, these movie experiences together. And so we were like, well, how can we make a streaming service that, delivers movies in a VOD style, but at the same time creates community and has a kind of social quality to it. And hence was born pulptime.com.
Yeah. And it's great because like free users get 2 movies a month, and then after that it's at $8.99.
It was also kind of the natural progression from us doing the Video Archives podcast.
Because we weren't able to offer a lot of the movies that we talked about.
People were always like, well, how do I find the movie? Where do I find it? And we always wanted to be able to like
give it to people
and offer it to them. And so this was sort of like the next natural progression of that, where we can talk about movies
and people can actually see them and like see them with the commentary or without a commentary with us or after the fact. Like
that's really cool.
Honestly, it's been really fun.
That's awesome.
It's like a movie podcast. It's kind of like Mystery Science Theater, but also
we have a bunch of Mystery Science Theater movies up there.
Yeah,
and you can do your own Mystery Science Theater
with
commentary
your friends
if you feel like it.
That's awesome. That's fun.
We encourage that. That's
we encourage people getting on there with their friends and like posting commentary, and like my hope and my dream, to be honest, is like I find that there are so many amazing commentators that are on like TikTok, Instagram, all these places that like need to almost be elevated into like I'm a real commentator, like I'm a real critic, and there's like a gate kept thing. And so I hope in the future, like just opposing them with real critics like on our platform, it's like it's the same level, because a lot of people, especially like in Gen Z and my Gen Alpha brethren, like they're getting all of their film information from social media. And like I talked to this kid and he was wearing at the boba shop, shout out to the boba shop. One of my boba kids was wearing a Scarface shirt, and I was like, "Have you seen Scarface?" And he looked at me, he's like, "Oh, I've seen clips on TikTok." And I was like, "You need to go home and watch Scarface. You are like 16, so I don't know if I can tell you to do that, but I think you're old enough. So go watch Scarface and don't put the shirt back on until you've seen it."
He's probably seen Real Murders on TikTok. So.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
And we're also taking, like with AI movies, we're taking movies that are like, we're choosing the creme de la creme of
like
AI
the guy
work that's being done.
Heavy Pulp.
Like, Heavy Pulp's work. He's
Using
doing,
Grok
He's doing
Imagine.
his own Odyssey in collaboration with Grok Imagine and
Elon
XAI.
Musk, yeah.
But also Robert Godet's, who's a Canadian.
A Face Only a Mother
He wasn't
Could
a
Love.
filmmaker until AI, but he did A Face Only a Mother Could Love, which is absolutely extraordinary if you haven't seen it. And so he's coming in and he's talking about his production techniques and his prompting techniques on how he achieved what he achieved, which is a very sensitive and feeling movie. It has a kind of Amelie quality. And, there are moments in that film where I'm like, okay, that's one of the first movies where I actually like feel deep empathy for the characters that are being portrayed, and it's a cohesive,
These, like, some
excellent
thespian
short
characters.
film. Like forget AI film or
live action
traditional cinema. It's an excellent short film, and so we're trying to take those creators and give them a place to showcase their work as well.
Yeah, and we take submissions. Like we have people that are submitting all the time, which is really awesome to like see people be like,
Like
"Hey,
I'm going to approach the Cramps filmmakers
we're gonna approach
and
Cramps.
try to get them to try to be able to
Host it.
host their movie on our
so that more
platform.
people can see it."
Yeah.
Because so many movies,
And I'd love for them to talk about the making of the film, to talk about John Waters, to talk about David Lynch, their
I
inspirations.
mean, if that is
and
their inspiration, like
If
you might
that
all of a
was,
Who are
sudden,
they?
if I discovered well, that alone would be fascinating to
True,
discover
yeah.
if they just auto-generated this kind of by not even by osmosis, by
just the ether.
Yeah.
Collective consciousness.
just
Or
by
just they influence the people that influenced them to make them.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
like, oh,
Right.
sure, yeah. that
Right,
makes sense,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really fun, and I'm excited to stream once a week, Thursdays. So
Well, we are all in the DFW FCA. We're real critics. So
Yeah.
if you want a little guest
Well,
commentary
honestly,
track,
I
I'm just
think-
saying.
No,
Actually,
I think,
yeah.
I mean, it would be my honor.
It
if
would be
you guys-
our honor.
But
You're
it would
getting-
be my honor if you guys know how much I love you. And Josh, I'm sitting in your seat, but yes, I love you too.
You are the Josh.
I am
we
the
have to get a
Josh. I
rock
love
film. We got to
myself.
get some rock movie.
Yeah, no, we gotta
you
like.
got to start with that.
Yeah, we have to start with that.
We'll get something and
yeah.
have some
Yeah.
fun.
But
That'd
yeah,
be great.
so pulptime.com every Thursday we're streaming a new movie and
Or
come
make
by.
your own.
Or you can make your own stream. So
Very cool.
come and do a commentary.
So you brought up the theater thing and the resurgence of theaters and everything like that. I have to ask both y'all, have you seen the Odyssey?
By theater, you mean theatrical exhibition. I have actually not seen the Odyssey.
No, I have not seen the Odyssey, but I have a movie that I have seen that's kind of related to the Odyssey.
Okay.
Is it Babe Pig in the Big City?
No, but I watched that movie double feature with Andromeda Strain in my 6th grade class.
What the fuck?
What was Mr. McColgan doing?
He's
no,
just
I
like
haven't-
letting YouTube
Stoned
run
as
the
fuck. He's
class.
like,
I haven't been to a theater in an incredibly long time. And last night, sitting at the Texas Theater was my first theater experience since
Trap.
no, maybe not The Beekeeper, but like the other Jason Statham, Working Man. I think it was
Yeah.
my first theater experience
Working
since
Man.
Working Man. And I don't go to the theater that much anymore, which is really, I've had tickets to go see stuff and just haven't been able to. I love going to theater. My boyfriend does not like going to the movie theater.
And
at
I was in
Shout
the
out.
writing process on my next film, which is an adaptation of Paradise Lost.
Very cool.
The Milton, the John Milton epic poem, I guess you could call. I think it considered what it really is.
It is an
kind
epic poem.
It is, and it's also fan fiction of the Bible. It's kind of like
It's like the 50 Shades of Grey
Yeah,
of
it's
the
the
Bible.
Bible.
it's the 50 Shades of
Bible
Grey of
or
the Bible.
Twilight.
Exactly.
I mean, to me, it is.
And so I was so busy and so engrossed in that, and I've been writing it because it's meant to be a fast production. Like I just didn't have time, and I
well,
missed
also,
the moment.
the Odyssey just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be there. It'll be there. I would like to see it in 70 millimeter, but
well, we could go see it in 70 because there's a lot of places, and they just extended the run. So
Yeah.
and I'm
It's
sure
a whole
Here.
spectacle. Yeah.
I mean, I have tons of. I think all the tickets are sold out probably here. Maybe.
Dude, I'll kill someone so you can have a
Thank
seat.
you. Thank you. But I think, I mean, a ton of my friends like buy 70 millimeter tickets and then sell them after. So I'm sure I
Fuck
can.
them.
No, but you know what though? It's because they.
shout out to Alex, our driver, who was also
guy
the editor
who edited
of
the
Mark Pellington's
showcase. He actually gave up his 70 millimeter tickets to finish the edit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he is like, I might never get to see it now. And
Yeah,
I'm
he was
I
like
pray for
kind of
him that he
lamenting,
gets-
but he was like, you know what?
The show must go on.
The show must go on. And I was like, dude, I will hire you. You have absolutely the right
Mentality.
ethic.
Right.
You've got the right ethic.
And he did an
true.
epic job editing. So
And he did a terrific job. Yeah, that
Yeah.
So are you going to
showcase
see
was
the
wonderful.
Avengers in Infinity Vision? Is the most natural next question.
no, but I am seated for Fast 11. There's a Fast
That's happening. That's a real
That
thing.
is a real thing. Did you not know that it's like
No.
it's Fast 10 Part 2 and they have
You really are the Josh.
no, like my Fast and Furious thing. I'm actually I've written an essay about it, and it's going to be on.
They're great films.
She won't
So-
She won't stop
So
talking
don't
about.
so don't bring it up to me. I have a different Vin
the
thing that I'll talk
Fast
about
movies.
later. Don't bring it up to me. But I'll be seated for Fast 11. I'll be seated for Sonic 4. I'll be
course.
seated for the new Jason Statham movie, the new David Ayer movie, which stars Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I
Brad Pitt's in the new David
always.
Ayer movie.
Ayer is one of the guys who I will always go to the movies
And
for.
I also think I'm going to try to go to the movies for the new Inarritu film with Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah, Digger.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
want to see
Yeah.
Digger.
just
That looks
because
great.
Tom Cruise is amazing when you put latex on him.
Yeah.
yeah.
And Les
He
Grossman.
disappears.
Otherwise,
When he did
he's
Les
just Tom
Grossman,
Cruise.
Yeah.
there's something about it where I always think he brings his A game to everything he
Sure.
does.
Yeah, of course.
And that's one of the reasons I adore Tom Cruise. But when he puts latex on, he transforms into another place. He goes to some other dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, he performs through that latex.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
He
to
like
see what he
ascends
does.
like 3 tiers as an actor when he like actually puts on latex and you're like, oh shit, he can be amazing.
But wait a second. It's not just when he has latex on. Tom Cruise in Vanilla Sky is so good.
Sure.
And
Well, I think Tom Cruise is great in everything he does.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
you know,
yes.
I love
we love
everything.
Tom Cruise.
Everything.
Like,
he-
I think he's one of legitimately one of my favorite actors, and I feel like he has been snubbed by Hollywood. And it's like, and I know he's been.
Well, when
no,
he plays
I
when he
know he's
played
been in a
Ron
lot of
Kovic
stuff,
in
but, like,
Born on the 4th of July, I mean, that's almost like having, he transformed in that
I just
movie.
feel like people don't really take him seriously.
I
as
see
an
what you're
actor.
saying. Where it's
Right,
like,
right.
yeah, he may not be
Like, he's
like
a
a Daniel
fantastic-
Day Lewis in culture's eyes, but right
he
now he's
is.
Mr. Hollywood.
Yes,
But
yes.
also, I think like he actually is like a Daniel Day Lewis, and I mean Daniel Day Lewis is like a cut above the own. Like let's
Sure,
just say
sure.
like
I'm just-
he is like the creme de la creme. Of
Yes,
actors.
yes. We all love Daniel Day Lewis, but that's
Tom
the difference
Cruise.
between would you rather see a Miramax movie or a Dimension movie? I'll choose a Dimension movie most of the time.
Yeah.
I appreciate the
Well,
Daniel Day Lewis, just
but
the
I
way I
want Tom
appreciate the
Cruise.
Miramax movies. But I want Tom Cruise.
Tom
movies.
Cruise brings me to the theater. Like
Sure,
he's like probably one of the only names Jason Statham and Tom Cruise.
Jason Statham.
I love Jason Statham. He is like, well, I also just
The
love it.
Beekeeper, man. You got David Ayer and Jason Statham.
Yeah, they're doing
together.
the Beekeeper too, but it's not David Ayer, which is
Yeah,
disappointing.
I'm less interested in that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I love Jason Statham. I love like his stature, and I love like. I
You
can
get along
into
with my
body.
grandpa. He loves Jason Statham movies.
You know
Yeah.
what? I have like the taste of like a grandpa. I have grandpa taste,
Well,
which I am proud of.
I wanted to ask you guys about the Odyssey, not only because it's like the biggest spectacle right now going on, but I'm curious what you think about like part of the marketing or part of the draw of the film itself isn't even about the film. It's about what the film is shot on and
the
what
format
and
and,
the
like
format
the IMAX
and
70.
the IMAX
Yeah,
70 and 35.
To
and,
me, it's like, I mean, he's making very good use of it and he loves doing it and that's good for him. But the fact of the matter is when you have a giant camera that's as big as a refrigerator that you have to move around and your actors have to act into mirrors
Yeah.
and you've probably dubbing a lot more than anybody knows because sound that of that 70 millimeter sound goes right through the glass. It doesn't matter how much you baffle how much you blimp the camera, and just being able, how you have to move it. And then you're going back to a 4:3 frame, which I actually like 4:3. There is something golden about it, like a golden section
Old school.
quality to it. There is something special about it. And it's Academy aperture, but of course in 70 millimeter. but all of those things are restraints, and the fact that he can only shoot 3 minutes long takes.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
camera
And
catches on fire,
and
basically.
so that changes the rhythm of the making of it. And we've seen now his, the length of his shots all reduced from, and I haven't seen the Odyssey yet, and so I'm kind of talking out of my ass.
Well, it's not like he had a lot of oneers
But-
anyway.
No,
you
but
know.
it's like putting shackles on the guy
Mm-hmm.
in some reason, in some
in
respect.
some fashion.
Yeah,
An oddly prohibitive format.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I've said this before, and he's not necessarily a gimmicky filmmaker, but I feel like he has concepts and writes his movies
He is
around
a gimmicky film.
where it's like
his whole foundation is a gimmick.
kind of, yeah, where it's
I mean,
like
I'm not
it's
saying
like,
I'm not a gimmicky filmmaker, but his entire thing is narrative deconstruction.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
And-
it's like
and that's a
Interstellar.
gimmick.
Interstellar still a
I'm telling
masterpiece.
a traditional 3-act story, but I'm doing it in reverse.
Yeah, and-
now I'm doing it in mixed up form.
Forwards, backwards,
now I'm
backwards,
doing
forwards,
It,
yeah.
upside down. Now I'm.
But,
Yeah.
but you know what? I think
No,
it's
no, this
actually-
film's upside down.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
think
first
there's
film in upside down 70 millimeter.
You have to flip your seat upside down to watch.
I think there's actually like a bigger question and comment, which is like not everyone's able to see it in 70, and I
No.
don't know
No.
if he's considered that.
There-
to be honest, because you see all the pictures of the screens that people are watching it on,
Yeah.
and I don't know if he considered that in the framing that it's like, and it's kind
No,
of
they did.
They
did.
did.
And I
They-
well, they might
I
also
don't
be
know.
doing. And I mean, when you have like that large negative, you can probably.
Yeah, but
when you're
it
reducing to
reminds me-
35, you're able to reframe.
It reminds
Yeah.
me of the story of Aaron Spelling that you've told me about. Like this is, and you can tell it if you want.
yeah. Basically, I had been working on a pilot for Aaron Spelling, and
And for those of you that don't know who Aaron Spelling is,
he did Love Boat and Fantasy Island, and he's
like
like
a
one of the
huge
great.
producer.
Charlie's Angels, he's one of the great TV guys. Seventh Heaven, he did all these super popular. The guy had an impact on culture, and so I got to know Aaron really, really well. He became a very close friend of mine. And he was like, Roger, you can come when you finish the, mixing and everything. Come over to my house and show it to me in my house. I'm like, oh, I get to go to Aaron Spelling's house now, and so. I mix it. We get it all on this D1 tape, which in those days was, 444 for digital. And so it was like the finest quality. We sweetened it. We got all the audio correct. And I go to Aaron's house, and you drive to his place in Holmby Hills, and he's there, and you've got he had 9 butlers standing in a row as I arrived, with tails on.
Butler's
tuxedos,
introducing the butler.
Yeah.
butlers in tails.
This is my butler.
Greeting me, and it was there during the Christmas season. And though he's Jewish, he had something like 15 Christmas trees in his house. These giant, mall-sized Christmas trees decked out. And so you're walking through this crazy, massive house that he actually hated, but Candy, his wife, kind of wanted it. And so this massive, crazy house, and you go in there, and the butler, this way, sir, and you follow him down this crazy big hallway into his office, which was this gigantic room with bookshelves surrounding every wall, filled with leather bound books of each screenplay he's ever produced, and it was full, it was epic. And we go there, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna watch it. And he's like, hey, let me turn off the lights. And he goes over and he can't figure out how to turn off his lights because butler, hey Jeeves, get over here. The guy figures out how to turn off the lights, and then he walks over to this cabinet. He's like, okay, let's watch it now, boys. And he takes this, opens up this cabinet, and rolls out this little cart with this crappy Zenith TV on it, connected up to a D1 deck. And I'm like, Aaron, is that what we're going to watch it on? And he's like, that's what America's going to watch it on.
Not
And
a
I was
bad
like,
point.
okay,
Yeah.
that's why you're the master.
And that's what
that's
I think
why
about
you're who
with-
you are.
And that's what I think about with the
I
Odyssey.
bow to you, sir.
Is he considering what America or what the common person who doesn't have access to a 70 millimeter screening is going to be watching it on? And I think it's great that he shot it, how he shot it, because it's gotten a lot of people interested in what is 70 millimeter
Yeah.
and a lot of resurgence of desire to go see it and have movies maybe even be made on 70 millimeter. But I just wonder, when I watch it eventually at home, how's it going to look for me? The normal.
I mean,
person in
70
America?
millimeter itself, speaking of which, is a gimmick, but would it even exist anymore without Christopher Nolan? Like, and that's kind of a good question.
Yeah,
like,
there's
would
a few
film
people.
even exist without guys like Christopher Nolan and Quentin and whoever else?
Paul Thomas.
Paul.
He did Once Upon a
And I'm just,
Time.
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
also
Always,
just like
One Battle
shout
After
out,
Another. One
shout
Battle
out
After
Giovanni
Another.
Ribisi, who's like
Although I
building,
think-
he's building cameras
honest-
for Kodak.
To be honest, I wish Paul would just shoot his movies on 35 because I think he's kind of wasting money with the set. Not that it matters to me, but his 70 millimeter, like Inherent Vice in 70 millimeter, that movie should be like. I mean, that movie should be like Technicolor and super widescreen.
Sure.
That's how Inherent Vice the novel is. And you know, when you read Pynchon, but he's like shooting like it's weird. He's just like shooting up against a white wall half the time. And I was just like, he's wasting his use and of it. And but although everybody keeps giving him the money to do it, so
Yeah,
who am I to say?
Well, yeah, there's the people that, like you said, the directors that have the pull to be able to do that because it's expensive and, like you said, incredibly impractical to begin with. But then what I wanted to say was like, he's a gimmicky director, and this round, the movie's good. The Odyssey is good. The plot is good, but it's the Odyssey. But the gimmick this round is it's the IMAX movie. I also think there's a part of him that he said it's one of his childhood dreams to want to do an entire movie on IMAX. I also think he wanted to be the first guy to do it.
Okay, did you see the Odyssey in
I
70?
saw it in normal standard format, and the thing is, it felt like a perfectly fine experience.
Yeah.
I think when you watch it at home, it'll be perfectly fine. But I've seen the certain sect of people like on TikTok and stuff that are like, this is an elitist format, and he's not thinking of.
What does that mean?
It's, no, I
thank
wouldn't
you.
like even
Isn't
with,
cinema itself an elitist format?
but even like with my
Sort of.
comment about it, like I still wouldn't say it's elitist. I would just say like, is he considering like the average person who's not going to be able to get the screen? But also, does he have to consider the average person?
He does.
well,
like-
I think
He
he
is because the
I think-
movie, as it appears in standard format, is
It
perfectly
works.
fine.
I think
it's
even if
fine.
you
Then
look
it's
at
just
the
fine then. Then I'm
thematic
fine with that.
context of how he's adapted that material, he is absolutely thinking of current audiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in a weird way.
Have you seen the people online? Because we talk a lot about how like you took liberties with Beowulf, and people were like really like.
Yeah,
like,
I
people-
pissed off Academia.
Yeah,
I thought
you-
I was smarter than Academia.
Okay,
and
but
and
have-
You should
frankly,
have burned
I still
half the
think,
film.
and I still think I am. However, I muddled and messed with people's dissertations
Okay, but
effectively,
have you
and
seen
that
this
upset
whole
But
me.
thing?
isn't there no common consensus on the actual like every story beat of Beowulf?
Well,
Isn't that the whole
Beowulf
thing?
in particular was an oral history long before it was ever penned and put to paper by Christian monks who added elements of Christianity into the storytelling for the audience of the time.
Sure.
And so already Beowulf had undergone a kind of transformation as people, enlarge in the story and the telling or tell it in their own way. And the only reason Beowulf is even a famous document is because the Cotton Vitellius library was on fire,
Right.
and they were just grabbing whatever books they could and throwing them out the window. And I went and I looked at the original manuscript at the British Museum.
Awesome.
And it's singed, like
Right.
the pages are singed.
There's like crucial parts that are just like burned away
Yeah, they're
forever.
gone. They're gone. When that library burned, there were ash elements floating into the air all over London, and they actually were paying people like a shilling, for whatever element you bring. And so children were collecting little bits of documents, and they've collected all of these ash documents,
So
where
cool.
just little bits of a book, like of a page,
like people
that,
cared that much.
that
Yeah.
floated around. Well, it was like the Library of
I
Alexandria.
know, but I'm just
burned.
saying it's like people cared that much. My question though is, have you seen the big controversy?
Or it was like,
Oh,
or
no.
it was, I'm sorry, it was also like Anthropic cutting up
The books and,
old
like-
books now and destroying them.
Yeah. Have you seen the controversy though about the costumes? Like this is the big one that I've seen.
Yeah.
People are really upset
Oh.
that they're wearing pants.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite. That's my
Get
favorite.
over
thing.
it.
'Cause I
It's
re-
an
well, I
adaptation.
remember-
It's a modern
I literally-
adaptation.
I
It's
can't
so
argue
crazy.
as someone who loves Excalibur that took great liberties with armor
Yeah.
design of the time period, because there's a fantastical element to it. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe there is a Cyclops in real life. I'm not not saying
I mean,
there isn't.
there are
but
Cyclops.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
It's a story.
Yeah, that's the thing where it's like, I can't believe they made his armor black. It's like, there is a one-eyed monster the size of a building.
Yeah, do you want a movie that doesn't look fucking cool, man?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, look at when the gates opened up and you saw him standing there.
You're like, not realistic.
They're like,
Also, like, my other
I'd
thing
hate
is,
to be
like,
that guy.
people are talking about like spoilers and stuff as if
Not
like,
realistic to today's world.
Yeah,
Sure.
A lot of people though have been like,
But
talking
what
about
do you
like
want? Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of people have been saying though also like that they didn't know that it was like an epic poem. Like they had no idea that it was based on something, so they've been complaining. And people are not necessarily
How do you
well
genuinely not?
People are not okay.
I know.
Well, most people don't know anything.
That's
Yeah.
the point.
What I find interesting is that he adapted a rather controversial translation of the book that reinterprets the meanings of the book, and that the author of that book is now slamming him for his interpretation.
Emily Wilson translation.
Emily Wilson. Yeah, the Emily Wilson translation. And
It's awesome.
it's like she turned on him. She totally turned on him.
I think it's just like, how many versions of the Odyssey are there in general? And it's like, why is it so sacrilegious to like
Interpret it in your own way. At this point.
to interpret it in your own way? One, but also like, you know, if you do this interpretation, you're going to piss off the people that are purists about this interpretation. So it's like,
Well, it's not like he didn't take it seriously.
yeah,
He
it's not like
believes in what he's
he
doing,
had
and
like,
he's allowed to do it. It doesn't destroy the text of the Odyssey.
And also,
No.
it doesn't
And-
destroy any other adaptation of the Odyssey.
I mean,
either.
Greeks are
Right.
upset because he took Greek subsidy money and then didn't cast any Greek people in it, and
Well,
so
I guess they have a right to be upset about that.
and so they're a little
Yeah.
upset about it because everybody wants representation these days. But
well, also,
you
if
know,
you're taking subsidy money, at least hit the subsidies. I'm guessing
Yeah,
did he?
yeah.
Did he not? Like, I don't
is this
know.
just some producer fuckery? You think that's his fault?
oh no, well, it's nobody's fault. If it's anybody's fault, it's the country of Greece giving subsidy money to a movie, and
and not like falling through
and not like
Well, especially, isn't it
scrutinizing
also
how it's spent.
Greece's
But
economy is
but
like so
they're
bad
happy.
I thought
right
they were
now.
like
they were
fully-
happy about it.
yeah.
I'm sure. They're delighted. Christopher Nolan's bringing a movie here. He's
worst.
They're like on fire and in
Yeah,
debt.
it's really weird. Like Greece's like economy is like really bad right now. So it's like crazy that they're giving subsidy money to Christopher
This is
Nolan.
probably
Yeah,
what it
make
is.
$1
Probably
billion
all of
movie.
Morocco is moving into Greece at this very moment.
Yeah,
They don't seem too ruffled about that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, we will watch. Okay, we have to watch Old and
Fountain.
the Odyssey. I
Oh,
mean,
no,
I've
you saw
seen.
Fountain. You saw it.
Please don't make me watch that movie again.
Got
The
ahead of
Fountain.
myself.
I might watch The Fountain again.
Good
Actually, I
luck. Have
recently,
fun.
if we're going to talk about the new movies that we've seen,
Sure.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you-
absolutely.
I recently watched Caught Stealing. Have you seen Caught Stealing?
No,
I have not.
no.
I also
This
have
is-
not.
Wow, nobody here has seen Caught Stealing. Okay, so Darren is a contemporary of mine, so I'm always like, but when I love his movies, I say it. Like I loved The Wrestler.
Yeah, Wrestler's a
really-
masterpiece.
I really, really liked The Whale. I thought The Whale was kind of an extraordinary film. And my best compliment is that I'm envious of him. I normally am not connecting with The Fountain or his Noah movie or stuff like that. But Caught Stealing was him doing a programmer, just kind of like a goofy programmer, and it completely fell under the radar. It kind of failed. It's got
Yeah.
a cat like theme behind
Yeah,
it.
I love cats.
There's even an animated cat in the end credits, and it is balls out crazy movie. It's got all these like psychotic Russians in it that are fantastic. I can't remember the actor's name.
Is it Matt Smith?
Matt Smith, who plays this kind of British punk
I love
guy,
him.
and
Yeah, he's
is
great in everything.
Yeah.
okay. I've never appreciated that guy. I've never really connected with him. I watched this movie and I was like, okay, Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Matt Smith is unbelievably good in
Yeah.
that movie. And it takes really sharp turns. It is dark as can be, both literally and thematically. It does things that like violate the audience in that way. Like,
Interesting.
and yet it's trying to be a programmer. It's trying to be this programmer. And then on top of it all, it has themes in it that are very personal to me that I won't get into, but I really connected with what the character was going through in some ways. And so,
Okay, so we all have to watch it.
yeah. Well, it's interesting because like you're the first
it's a
person.
movie everybody missed. And by
Yeah.
the way, Liev Schreiber and God, who's the other actor? Oh,
You mean the guy, the Austin Butler?
no, Liev Schreiber and I can't remember the other actor's
I like
name.
him sometimes.
It's just failed me for the moment, but they play these Hasidic mobster guys.
He did that in Pi.
It's an extension of the Hasidic mafia that he's both
He has,
fascinated with
Hasidic
and afraid
mafia,
of.
like universe.
They are so
Hollywood,
good.
you
Liev
mean?
Schreiber is so good in the movie,
Accurate.
as well as his compatriot, these two brothers who are in it. It's that aspect of the movie was amazing, and so I totally loved the movie, and I was totally like, oh my god, I hope that he keeps making movies like this despite the failure of it. And so
It's interesting because you're the first person I've heard talk about it positively, but also at all.
it seems most people don't care about it. They kind of
I
trashed
haven't
it.
heard anything about it.
I thought it was fantastic.
Interesting. I think Josh watched it, didn't care for it.
He didn't care for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Josh
Good thing
has
he's not here.
interesting taste. I can
And
say
that's
that.
and that's why he's not here right now.
Exactly.
No, it's what I was actually thinking. Josh and I think, pretty much have opposite taste.
Yeah, kind of.
I
Yeah.
think you and I have
We have pretty
similar
similar tastes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you and I overlap.
Sometimes. It's rare.
It's rare.
Yeah.
But no,
you have
Josh
very
and I-
eclectic taste.
You're the only person that can talk about like Berserk and Sonic the Hedgehog with.
Yeah. Oh my god. A pumpkin soup. Like I was listening to all this, like the Knuckles raps.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know all of them, like the lyrics and stuff. And like,
You gotta rattle them off.
lay some down.
Yeah.
my name is Knuckles, and unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles.
I'll put a beat on it
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
I'll put a beat
No,
on it in
that's a real
post.
song.
Here, I'll do
Yeah,
it.
no. There you go.
No, if anyone, you should go listen to the Sonic soundtrack. It's really good.
I would love to.
So besides
Later.
caught stealing, what
Okay, wait. Maybe let's throw it. To
Are we
Alex.
starting the?
I think
will
I think you
we've been
started it.
kind of starting
I've
it.
seen
Yeah.
Anna and I got these for you. I know you like to write
Did
your
you
notes
really?
on little notepads.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my
That's
god.
sweet.
Oh my god, it's 3. Roger and I can share.
There you go.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, it's so. I love this.
1.5 each for you.
Because I really messed up and I brought my iPhone.
Oh yeah.
with no case.
I always just use my phone.
No,
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah, I got
we've
my
been
phone
so
and have
busy,
notes
and
on it also.
I had like a plan. I actually texted my boyfriend. I'm like, "What have we been watching lately?"
See,
That
this is why
wasn't- I didn't
Letterboxd,
mean
you got
that
to
to be
bring
the first movie I was going to
No.
mention either.
Yeah.
I had worked it all out, and I
love
just
this.
caught
I
stealing.
genuinely love this.
Let's flip and rock.
I know.
All right. Let's see. Okay, I watched this movie. I feel like it was aimed directly at me, and I fucking hated it. It is the new Scary Movie.
Oh, you hated
Oh.
I love the Wayans brothers.
it. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
this
a
is
also,
staunch supporter of them.
This is a fastball right down your lane.
for decades.
Yes.
I feel like this just did not hit for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I am just not
Okay, wait.
13 anymore.
No,
you know?
I have a question though, because like
Go for
I
it.
actually heard someone talking about this, and they were a huge fan of the other scary movies, but because I'm sure you've seen them, but like because they didn't connect and see the other horror movies that like are in this scary movie, they couldn't connect culturally at all.
I'm pretty sure every single thing that is being referenced in this
Okay.
new Scary Movie. It just didn't hit for me. They try to be like weirdly modernly edgy in a way that like detracts from the actual like clever jokes that could have been made.
Yeah.
It just is a super huge miss for me.
I think that's like my dog shit radar started beeping when some of the trailers came out. Like at first when they announced a new scary movie, I was like, now's the perfect time.
Yeah.
Slapstick is back.
this is just what the country needs.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I thought it was perfect timing with like all the elevated horror stuff and maybe
Right.
some exhaustion coming out from that with like
And they don't really hit that like what you would assume they do with
Like the modern
elevated horror stuff.
cliches
Yeah, they
and
don't
everything.
hit Hereditary or Obsession, although that is too recent. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Obsession
like
was really
Midsommar.
But they had
and-
like
Right.
Long Legs or Megan or
yes,
stuff like that.
they
in
had
it.
like a couple of those, but it just and you know I rewatched the very first Scary Movie like after this, and I was like, yeah, this is just more cohesive and clever and reverent. And yeah, I don't know, they just didn't hit.
Some of the jokes started in the trailer, at least, were coming off as like you said, edgy, but in not the good way.
Yeah.
Whereas like edgy is such a tough tightrope to walk.
Yeah, like literally every single character from the original movie now they're old enough to have children. Almost every single one of their children is like trans now, and they like make the trans people like the butt of the jokes, which is odd because I'm pretty sure Damon Wayans' son or daughter is trans. I think.
Well, that gives him license to make him.
That's
the
what I was
butt of the
saying. I
joke.
was like, maybe he
he's
feels
allowed.
like
But maybe
he
it just
can.
didn't. But maybe it just didn't like hit right. But like also, I guess they're trying to. I haven't seen it, but like maybe they're trying to go after everyone.
It seems like they're trying to be like no one's off limits.
It's like, yeah, we're South Park, but not as funny.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, to me also like because I didn't see it, but the press for the movie was actually kind of depressing. Like Anna Faris, like basically crying and like saying like, I'm not good enough, and like no one has ever recognized me. And I was like, I never had that impression about her, like at all. So it was really depressing to me that she had that impression of herself.
Yeah,
and it
that is
turned me off
sad.
from the movie entirely. Actually,
It was a very odd vibe.
Yeah,
from
on the
specifically her. Yeah,
on the
press
comedy
tour.
movie press tour to be bawling and being like, I'm not good enough.
like going
nothing.
Ariana Grande and like
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo level like
Yeah.
sob fest.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
not that they didn't go that far.
That's
but.
strange. Yeah, because I'm a huge fan of hers.
Yeah, that was the weird thing. I also thought she was like most beloved, and so
Yeah.
to like hear her going on press and being like literally like, oh, no one has ever recognized me. I never thought I would act again. I was like, what
What are you
is?
talking about?
Nobody
You're
was-
the house bunny.
It's
Yeah.
like nobody was thinking about that until you said it. Now
I'm
the
thinking,
narrative is this.
Yeah, it was actually kind of depressing, and it wasn't what I was. I liked the first Scary Movie.
Yeah.
The second one like didn't hit with me just because like I don't think I connected with those movies
Sure.
in it
Yeah.
or as much, or like I don't think I even understood that Scary Movie was a rip on certain things that were a rip on other. I just don't think I
Right.
got it when I watched it. Like I didn't
Totally
wasn't
valid. Yeah.
wasn't educated enough.
Yeah.
Also, these guys are insiders. They should have known about Obsession before it came
Yeah,
out.
that's a good
Yeah,
point.
They
true.
that's what when you're doing that
backrooms.
movie and your thumb is on the pulse of culture.
Yeah.
How come you didn't know?
Yeah.
But didn't it come out before Obsession came out?
It did.
So they can't rip
They-
it.
No,
Yeah,
you can
they-
know.
yeah.
You can know. You got to know.
Have a secret. Have
The
a secret
weigh-ins
thing.
know.
Yeah.
The weigh-ins have a way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just unfortunately a miss.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it for a while. Like Don't Be a Menace to South Central LA While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood is top 5 parodies of all time.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with my Odyssey adjacent one, which is I watched Troy, directed by Wolfgang Peterson.
Yeah, Wolfgang
and
Peterson.
so I have, as Roger mentioned, like we have we share it together, a Plex server. I love Plex for like
Shout out
people that-
Plex.
For people that don't know, you can like have your own home servers and you can share your home servers with friends. They also have like a bunch of movies that they have, but I have 2 friends that have very generously shared their huge libraries with me, and so I basically have access to pretty much everything, and we have our own server too.
Yeah.
With a bunch of weird stuff on it. But we put on Troy, and then it turned out that it was the director's cut, which is an extra hour.
Good
Wow.
God.
And so we had to pause it, and it was funny because we were watching it and I didn't really love it so much. And then I texted James Paxton, who this was before like the final fight in it. I don't know. Have you guys all seen it?
Yeah, yeah.
like
Okay.
when it came out.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
but like before like, the final fight, like where they're gonna like storm, where they're gonna do like the Trojan horse. But I paused it there, and we're gonna follow it up next weekend when my boyfriend was there, and I texted James Paxton, and he's like, I just saw the Odyssey, like movies are back, like this is amazing. And I was like, oh my God, I just watched Troy. And he's like, Troy is one of my favorite movies of all time. You have to finish it. Like I can't wait to hear what you think about it. And I was funny because I was like pretty kind of like lukewarm on it. Like I don't think
And he hyped you.
and he hyped
Yeah.
me, but I think Brad Pitt is a good Achilles, but I don't think
He's
his
a perfect
But
Achilles.
his accent is terrible. His accent is terrible. It is like he
His
just walked
physique overcomes his accent.
Yeah.
his like puppy dog eyes when he like looks at you. Like it's
The fact that he has like a manservant or whatever.
he has a manservant for like 1 minute. Unless you mean the guy that he puts his like stomps his
his
throat.
Yeah.
protege.
His his cousin.
Oh, is it his cousin?
It's his cousin, which it is a really creepy, weird relationship, yes.
Yeah.
But that is like
was
the
a different
story. It was
time.
a
Okay, so
different time.
I had dinner with Oliver Stone once in Paris, not too long. I mean, it was actually now a long time ago. And so Ollie and I we're having dinner, and we go to this little restaurant in Pigalle, and we're sitting there and we're enjoying dinner, and he's like, Roger, have you seen Troy? And I was like, yeah. Oh, isn't it good? Isn't Troy like? It turns out Troy is like one of his favorite films.
It's kind of right down his lane.
He loved Troy, and that's the reason he made Alexander. He was basically like, oh, I want to make. I have this idea to make Alexander as a movie, and it was all because of Troy, because of his like brimming love of that movie, and he actually made me reconsider. And I went and rewatched Troy after that, and I was like, yeah, Troy's amazing.
But like the thing is, like I this is kind of like the weird crux of the story is like I know how it's gonna end because like I know about the Trojan horse,
Sure.
and like I know it's mythology and like it follows
Yeah.
the story. Okay, I think Eric Bana is like amazing in it. Like I think he's
As Hector?
as
Yeah.
Hector.
He's
and I saw
underrated.
this really,
Yeah, I agree.
I saw this really
And Diane
funny-
Kruger is amazing, isn't
She's
she?
really good.
Yeah.
And Orlando Bloom is so snivelly and like so weak.
He's excellent in
He's
the movie.
excellent at being snivelly and like handsome. But like Eric Bana as Hector, and I saw this really funny Instagram reel that was like this Mexican guy, and he was like, think about what like out of all the names, like you don't see any Achilles, you don't see any Ulysses, you see Hectors everywhere. Cause like we are Hector. And I was like, that is so right. Like Hector's
We
the
are
best character.
We
I mean, the idea that you're a character who and you're good at what you do and everything, but you're not born of a god, and you know that Achilles is half god.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he's half born of the gods.
But like my problem with it was like I was rooting for Hector, and then Achilles kills Hector, and I'm like, this sucks. Like I wanted Hector to win, and like I know Orlando Bloom stole Helen, but like, I mean, whatever.
yeah, but
You're like, I just wanted to rewrite
And
mythology.
why
Fuck
do they
that.
bring the horse in?
there's no way that there's no way Hector could win, though. That's the point.
I know.
He's fighting a god,
But my
and he
problem-
holds his own
But then
really
wait a second,
good
but then
against
Orlando in the end,
son of a
though.
god.
Sorry for anyone who hasn't seen this, but like Orlando Bloom kills him.
Yeah.
Like with his Achilles heel, like
Yeah.
he like shoots through the Achilles heel with his arrow, and it's just like, oh, like Orlando Bloom beats him, but like Hector doesn't. Like Hector was so cool, and Hector loves his wife. I love guys that love their wives. Like, I love
He's
that.
a good husband.
He's a great
Achilles
husband.
is a prick.
Yeah, it's like and Achilles like literally with I forget her name, and she's like I looked it up because I was like, is this like true to text? And it's not technically true to text. Like his
No,
relation
it's a
with
little bit of
Rose,
a-
with Rose
yeah.
Byrne, is that her name?
Who
The cousin who's like given herself to the god.
right,
and
not
then they,
not Helen of Troy, but
not I think it's Rose
yeah,
Byrne.
Rose, yeah.
That plays her, but like she's like falls in love with Achilles because like she's a virgin, and then like, Achilles like wow, and then like all of a sudden when he finds out that his cousin is dead in a legitimate battle because his cousin like wanted to fight. I'm sorry, I'm like getting upset now about a story that like doesn't like who cares, but like. He like beats her up basically, and she's still in love with him. It's really frustrating. And his cousin totally dressed up like him and went to war. So like, why is he mad at Hector? Hector thought it was him. And like, don't bring your cousin who's like a little boy to war if you don't want him to fight.
Rule
Like-
number 1.
That's rule number 1 in Gala's rule book. Anyway, Troy was like the ending battle of Troy is actually kind of visually cool, and it's interesting. Also, all the Game of Thrones actors are in it. Like clearly,
really?
he looked like Sean Bean is in it, and like all of the guys that are at the wall.
Sean's in that, yeah.
Yeah, and Sean's really good in it.
Yeah.
And someone online was saying that Sean should have played Ulysses in the Odyssey because it literally is like the 20 years later, and it would have been
that
a
would've
really
been
great
good.
That was
continuation.
a cool
Yeah.
It
idea.
would have
That'd
been a
been
real.
really
I can't
cool.
take credit
Well,
for that.
I really like
Just
Matt.
FYI.
I mean, I actually
take
really
credit.
like Matt Damon. So I don't have the problem. Everybody, you know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Matt Damon,
I saw
you know,
a great
he should
picture.
be cleaning my swimming pool. He shouldn't be, you know, playing."
No, I saw a great picture of him reading the Odyssey on the set of The Talented Mr. Ripley.
God, actually, that reminds me
That's really
of
cool.
one
Yeah.
of my favorite movies of recent time. That I'm sorry, I have to hijack this.
Go
a little
for
bit,
it.
Okay.
But it's Matt Damon. So I decided, you know, there's a lot of Ridley Scott movies I haven't seen. You know, Ridley Scott seems to make a movie every year, and
He really
and at a
does.
certain point, I kind of tuned out. You know, and so I'm like, well, I'm gonna like, you know, catch up on my Ridley Scott movies, and so I think I put on, you know, what is it, The Gods and Kings.
You put on some movie that wasn't the one that you're about to talk about.
I watched Napoleon, and
Sure.
and it's almost like he's just making these movies. He doesn't really like. He's not tuned in 100%.
Yeah.
But
That
when
is how it
when a
feels,
battle
yeah.
happens, he's like bringing it. He's totally bringing it. And I was watching one kind of mediocre movie after another, and I was like, oh my god, like. You know, I appreciate everything he does when there's a battle, but really, I'm not liking these movies. And then I popped in The Last Duel. Have you seen The Last Duel?
That's a great
Yeah,
movie.
that one's really
Okay,
good.
I had seen the poster for it, and you know, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are both in it, and Ben Affleck had like kind of blonde hair. I remember he was having that blonde
Yeah.
hair moment, that bleached blonde hair moment, and it just looked horrible. I looked at it and it was just like, this looks awful. And then I finally sat down to watch it. Okay, I think that's almost better than Black Hawk Down.
It's
I mean, it's Black Hawk Down still edges it out, but it's such a good movie. And Matt Damon and Ben Affleck wrote it with what's her name, Rachel Hoffland Scepter, whatever, however you pronounce her name. And I think the script is amazing, and it's a movie about Hollywood. Basically, it's if you watch that movie, what it's about is what you have to do to be in favor with the king, what you have to do to be in favor in Hollywood. Matt Damon is the better knight of the two. He charges into battle when all the cowards run away, and he leads the men. Even when they lose, he owns it. He's just a dour guy to hang out with. And so I was watching it and I was like, I related to Matt Damon's character while watching that. I was like, I totally get where Matt Damon's coming from. He believes in what he's doing and he's selling it with that crazy kind of goatee beard thing he has. And he looks tough like a knight and he's kind of dour and everything. You know, he's like a little bit of a pill. And Ben Affleck's king character or prince or whatever he is, just doesn't like hanging out with him. He's no fun at the parties. But Adam Driver is kind of sexy, and they all attend the orgy together, which is totally Hollywood. And if you don't attend the orgy, if you're just the guy on the outside,
That's like working hard and
doesn't
doing his
matter
own
how
thing.
good of a knight you are, or how true you are, or how tough you are, or everything like that. You're just not fun at the orgies to hang out with.
you're the dude
So
on
you are
peyote.
not going to advance the way Adam Driver's character. And so I was watching it, and I was like, yeah, I'm relating to this. I'm Matt Damon, and Quentin is Adam Driver. And I'm like totally connecting with the vibe of it. I like Quentin knows how to play the game with the king.
Sure.
And and so I was watching the movie and I was like, this is a Hollywood fable, actually. And then Ridley Scott brings it 100%, and it's a Rashomon story. So it's like 3 tellings of the same event.
I'm a sucker for that.
The unreliable narrator aspect of the story is
well,
so well pulled off.
And he pulls it off really well. Like when she's kind of running away from him coyly, you know, in one take, she's terrified. She's trying to get away from him. In the other one, her shoe slips off and he thinks that like through his eyes. So like Ridley Scott, I feel like the failure of that movie, that the audience didn't understand it, didn't care, didn't show up. Ridley Scott was like, fuck them all. And he turned into cranky old Ridley Scott. When in fact, that movie is so superior to most movies that come out, both as a screenplay. It shows how good of writers those guys are.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yes.
They are brilliant writers.
They truly are.
Matt Damon is absolutely excellent in that film. I think he and so I never had a worry about him in the Odyssey. I'm like, no, I'll believe it. I'll believe Matt Damon. I think he's if he sold me on his take, and then that final fight that they do, the last duel that they have, which historically is the last duel that occurred amongst knights in chivalry, was so intense. Like Ridley brings it. He brings all of his entire career of tools to that movie. That I was like, okay, I will reevaluate the movies that I was poo-pooing earlier of his, because Last Duel was so good. And then I saw The Counselor shortly thereafter, which is based on a Cormac McCarthy novel. And that is, after watching that movie, I was like, I feel like I know too much. Like, I feel like I know too much about the world. Like, they're going to get me now. Like, it's
You always feel like that, though.
It's it's such an intense movie. It's like kind of a border story, and Brad Pitt is amazing in it.
Is
and
it the Stella Maris and the Passenger duology
yeah, it's with
adaptation?
Michael Fassbender plays a counselor, an attorney, who basically starts flirting with gangsters and investing money in stuff, and he just gets too close to the fire. And
I'm gonna have to watch this one.
It's amazing. And so like those two movies redeemed Ridley Scott for me. The fact that he did both of those within the decade, extraordinary films.
Yeah.
Extraordinary work. Like and The Last Duel especially. Like that movie should have done much better. It just has a terrible poster. It has an awful poster.
Bad poster. It also, that's another one where when it came out, I saw so many Gen Z, Gen Alpha people on TikTok say this movie's problematic. There is a sexual assault scene, but it's like
that's what it's
part
about.
Of the story. It's literally the story.
That's problematic. Sissy ass bitches.
Say it louder. Say it louder, dude. It's insane. It's like, hey, this movie had a problem in it. Yeah.
Yeah, do you want
life has problems in
that
it.
happens in the world.
That happens in the world. Like that's
Well,
what a
also,
movie's
we
about
need
usually.
Stuff. Well, the problem is like we actually need to have stuff happen in movies because like we need to be able to talk about it and like need to be able to acknowledge like it happens in the world. And if
Right.
you don't show it in a movie and you pretend like it doesn't happen, that means that like people that it's happening to also sweep it under the rug. So it's like
Right.
really important to like actually like expose like real stuff that happens. And art is our way to communicate trauma, etc. So
I think that was a COVID movie as well, wasn't it? Like
Yes.
a straight to
probably
HBO.
why-
I think it was a straight to HBO Max movie.
No, really?
I think so. Yeah,
100%.
I don't. I don't.
theatrical.
I don't think
it
so.
maybe did for like
But who was going to the movies
Right.
at that moment?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a COVID because we
Well,
did an
that
episode
is
on it.
super unfortunate that it got caught in this nexus of
watch that
history
episode.
because
Everyone
that
should
movie, I mean, in some ways I like it more than Black Hawk Down. I mean, I think, Black Hawk Down is one of the greatest battle movies of all time. It's like watching Zulu or something.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the flaw that I don't like about Black Hawk Down, which is that UNICEF commercial at the very beginning. The sort of millions of people die in Africa and blah blah blah. Like, come on, get to Black Hawk Down.
Come on, take the Black Hawk down.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Right.
you don't have to do this.
Yeah.
You can
Right.
just do the Somali
get right into it.
intensity story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, about Matt Damon though too, I wanted to say like he gets basically one South Park. No, maybe it was Team America.
Team America.
One Team America
Team America.
bit basically ruined him.
But he's like one of the smartest people in Hollywood by
Yes.
far.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
has he has this.
And so is Ben Affleck.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, they're both
Ben
very
is a super smart guy.
They're two people that like Ben has like the Chad jock thing going for him. So you're
Yes.
like, oh, he's not smart. And then Matt Damon has the Matt Damon joke. So it's like you think they're not two of the most brilliant writers, but they truly are.
Yes.
And also, I know a lot of people hate on Matt Damon, but like he's a good actor. But one of my favorite things about him is his interviews. He is one of the best storytellers I've ever seen.
Easily.
Yeah.
If you watch
He always
his,
tells it with kind of amusement.
Yes.
About the
Yeah.
craziness that he's gone through in Hollywood.
yeah, but he knows how to bury the like
The
the
lead,
the
yeah.
lead and the punch and like he tells a good story. Like some other people would just be like, oh my god, the movie was so crazy, blah blah, and this and that. But he has this whole thing about the extras falling, the buildings falling, the explosions
You
happening.
can craft a narrative from a fucking what was that like?
Yes.
and it's like that's a skill unto itself.
In Oppenheimer. He's in Oppenheimer, right?
Is he?
I
Is
don't
he in
think so.
Oppenheimer? Am
I don't
wrong?
remember him in that. He might be.
Oh yeah, duh. Yeah, he's like, why? Because this is the most important thing that's happened in the history of mankind.
Okay,
That's why
yeah,
he's the
He's
general.
actually my favorite part of
He's the general
Oppenheimer.
that's like.
Yeah, he's like the general. He plays
yeah.
like, I don't know, a Curtis
I still
LeMay
remember that. I still
style
haven't seen it.
general.
Yes.
And
pretty good.
It's Ridley, by the way.
Ridley.
After
I'm
Ridley
going to
Scott.
scratch Ridley's back because he deserves it. And
He's been working hard.
yeah. And so,
he wants you to keep going.
yeah, he loves it. He loves
does.
it.
Chris.
He
He,
does.
wants
And
his
so,
dad.
yeah,
It's like, Dad, why are you still awake?
Father.
I like how you give him that voice and you're like,
Last Duel is like an older movie now, and so I probably shouldn't.
No,
but
you,
I just
I
watched
have,
it
I have
recently.
some. I just talk about Troy. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's even-
yeah.
even
No, it's
older
everything.
still.
Everything.
believe me, I
it's-
have some even older ones on my list. Like,
Yeah.
but Chris,
You know what movie I
Oh.
saw recently?
Oh, he's gonna just keep going.
I'm just going to hijack it.
Go for it.
That I saw recently that I did not expect that I would like, and I
This
kind
better
of
be
had
on your list of
a
movies
chip
that
on
we
my shoulder
chose.
was Michael, the
Oh, yeah,
Michael Jackson movie.
Oh, really?
Okay,
I
believe it
haven't-
or
okay, so
not,
I haven't seen it. Have you guys seen it?
I've not seen it.
No.
But I saw the trailer, so yes,
loved
I saw
it. Okay, so first of all, I'm more than I love Michael Jackson.
He's the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah, he's Michael Jackson.
Prince would say otherwise.
But you know,
could say it.
the portrayal of him, the fact that they don't go into any kind of deep scandal that you think that they might, that it's kind of serves the fans and what the fans want, which is just the music. They just get on with the music, and the fact that I'm trying to remember his name. I think it's Jamal. Is it
Jafar Jackson?
Jafar Jackson. Okay, that was a stroke of brilliance to cast him in the movie, because nobody can really say anything about it, like, because he's
a Jackson.
He's
He
a Jackson.
literally is that guy.
He's literally, and his performance is super sensitive. But that little kid who plays Michael Jackson when he's young is incredible. I was in tears were brimming on my eyes while watching it, and the movie's kind of like a puff piece
You
almost.
just reminded me of a movie I saw recently, actually.
But it was extraordinary. I loved the movie, and it was just like, like I left it and I was like, oh my God, that is one of my favorite biopics of all time. And Antoine Fuqua brings it, man. He like totally makes
Wait,
it.
Antoine Fuqua directed it?
Antoine
Yeah.
Fuqua directed it.
Okay.
And he it's totally unlike anything that I've ever seen him do. And it's extraordinary. I loved the movie. I absolutely loved it. And there were so many people poo-pooing that movie also. They were like, like,
Okay, wait, I have another movie that people poo-pooed that I like wept, and this is really weird after me saying I don't like monkey movies, but Better Man.
Oh.
The Robbie Williams movie.
Better Man.
Better
What
Man.
is this movie?
What is
Incredible.
going on right now?
Better Man
What is happening?
Better Man
Better Man
defied
is
all logic.
amazing.
And
Have
I
you
was
seen
like,
it?
I'm
No.
like, I don't care about Robbie Williams. I don't want to watch a Robbie
For
Williams
people
movie.
that don't know what this is, it's
Yes.
the Robbie Williams biopic that they depict him as a monkey, a CGI monkey,
Yes.
Okay.
instead of
And
Robbie
further
Williams.
than that,
I
any
love Robbie
Americans-
Williams. I went
Don't
from
know who Robbie
not,
Williams
Yes.
is.
I
didn't know
I
who
went
he
from
was.
he's like a boy band guy from England
Right.
who basically struck out on his solo career, and it follows his life as a child, but like as this kind of sad little monkey.
Okay, and the
child.
reason besides I was always interested in because
That's how he views himself. It's
I was-
psychologically.
I was always
important
interested,
film.
Dad, because of Amy Nicholson, the LA Times critic, loves this movie and championed this movie. And her review was like, everyone is like hating on this, and you have to watch it. It is amazing. And then my mom and dad watched it, and they were like, you have to watch Better
like,
Man.
yeah. My wife
My
was like,
mom
"Oh, I
loves
will
it."
watch this any day you want, again and again and again."
What the fuck?
And I went from like being like Robbie Williams, who cares? Like Robbie Williams, I don't like that kind of to like, okay, I love Robbie.
I'm
Williams.
a fan of Robbie Williams.
I am a total Robbie Williams fan. Now, the movie did its job,
It's
and
really
it is
good.
a visual spectacular. It is why cinema was invented. Like,
This is crazy.
like
No, I believe me. What
it is an
literally was like, you reminded me.
unbelievably amazing visual spectacle. There are scenes where I'm like, okay, how can they ever top that scene? And then the next scene comes along and it's like, whoa, that scene topped the last one.
There's a movie I watched recently. I'm trying
And
to remember.
it's a father-son story also. It's
a father-son story.
It's a really intense movie when
Yeah,
you're
it,
watching
like
it.
I actually wept, and my boyfriend looked at me. He's like, "What is going on?"
Leaping to a CGI
Crying
monkey.
to a CGI monkey, and I don't like monkeys. I don't like monkey movies.
The-
I typically don't
the
like stuff like
musical
this at all.
performance sequences in it
Are really good.
just
Also, they
mind-blowingly
Also, the other
good.
thing about it, which is like really amazing, is that Robbie Williams, because he is like heavily involved in the movie, obviously, but he doesn't pull any punches like with the
He
stuff that
bears
he's gone
his
through.
soul.
He bears his soul, and like in this tell all, like he talks about his drug addiction and getting sober. He talks about the abortion that like his girlfriend has. Like he talks about everything, and he's unashamed of it in like a way that he like admits to everything, and it's so
and the way
amazing.
that without giving it away, the way he relates to his father by the end of the movie, because he's got a strained relationship. Like I was just in tears watching it. It was like, this is an extraordinary achievement in cinema.
Yeah.
Like this is
It
one of
was
the
actually
this is
kind of
one of the best
amazing.
movies I've seen this decade.
And Scott and I watched together, and Scott was like kind of so
crazy.
Did not expect this.
Yeah, again, you come in here with a curveball of a take. Like this
Yeah.
is one of the best films I've ever seen.
And
It's
Scott,
incredible.
Scott was lukewarm on it, and a few days later, he couldn't stop talking about it because it stays with you.
It's a really deep film. It's very emotional,
Okay.
and it's like visually spectacular.
I remember now the movie I watched recently that I thought was going to be a big pile of shit is incredible. The Sheep Detectives. Did you see
Oh, I
this?
heard about this.
No, I
That
haven't
it's actually
seen it.
fantastic.
It's
I should have seen this in
very
theaters.
good.
This is up my alley.
It's really and it's got anthropomorphic animals.
Yes, like, apparently.
It's basically a better man, a better sheep, if you
Yeah.
will.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Okay, the Sheep Detective, great Sheep Detective. Okay, Chris, we've been like hogging. We haven't heard
Yeah,
anything you've
sorry.
seen.
Yeah, give
No,
us one.
it's
Lay it
okay.
out.
My phone. I don't have my phone on me, so I'm
because
just
the
going
cat
to go.
is. I mean, we can
well,
like.
no, it's if they're recording, but
Oh.
I think
Blaming on the cat.
one thing off the top of my head that was like one of my favorite things I've seen recently, if not ever. It was 5 out of 5, which I don't dish out often
Okay.
on the letterbox.
I'm judicious with them.
Yeah, as everybody knows, everybody my massive followers know. No, it's a little documentary called Alien on Stage, and
I
it's
saw you rate this on Letterboxd.
this is.
Is it about the alien movies?
So it's a bunch of bus drivers. I forget where, somewhere in England, Europe. Basically, just like small town bus drivers. They do like a play every year, and it's a
Oh wow.
and it's usually what do you call it? They
Like a
usually
community theater thing.
yeah, like a community theater thing, but pantomime. Thank you.
The voice of God just
I was
spoke.
like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah, she's just theater background, so she's like, it's a fucking pantomime.
That's why
They-
your voice carried.
Yeah, they usually do a pantomime, but basically one year, one of the guys was like, "Where I'm tired of doing this and that, and I want to do a faithful adaptation of the film Alien on stage." And it is,
I think I've seen a clip from this.
oh my god! It starts as just like
So does the documentary, is it like how they made the movie, or is it like
How they made the play.
of the
It's
play,
how they
or
made
is it
the
the play,
play.
or is it like
It's
the play
both.
itself? Okay,
It's
so you see
both.
the play. Okay, awesome.
It'll look, you see both as it goes, but it starts as like how the fuck are they gonna do this? And it's all very funny. It's like it's shot like it's a comedy. It literally looks like it's Best in Show,
Oh, I love
or
that.
it looks like
It's like a
it-
Spinal Tap kind of thing.
Yeah.
dude.
kind of. It seems like a
Except it's
mockumentary.
real.
Yes, it's totally real. But these people are such characters where they're like, it's like it shows like a clip of Alien, then it just cuts to like this middle-aged man who's a bus driver. He's like, not a big fan of sci-fi, really. And it's just like they're gonna do this.
Yeah.
They're gonna, and
It's
then
almost like a Chris Lilly skit.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sounds
pretty
like
much.
it.
Yeah. And it starts
genuine.
showing like the prop guys in the garage. It starts showing them like how they're trying to
awesome.
make stuff. And it's just like, it's hilarious, but unintentionally. These people are
It's
incredibly,
earnest.
they're incredibly earnest and passionate about it. And it seems like funny and whatever, but it becomes like one of the most heartwarming cult classic comedy things ever.
Wow.
When it gets to the finale of the film, which is essentially you get to see their big premiere.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I laughed, I cried. It's about aliens, so it's like, come on,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
right up my alley.
Okay, I gotta
And
see this.
It
now.
is. It was so wholesome and so heartwarming and so funny.
Where did you see it? How did you find it? Is it like on a service? Or
Good
Is it
question.
on your Plex server that I should have access to?
Yes, yeah, I can put it on there and I'll send you an invite. I think we might have rented it, or like Amazon
Like just
Prime
like
did or
somewhere,
something.
like it's somewhere.
Yeah, or Tubi. Shout out Tubi. It was something like that. But it was
Tubiverse.
kind of hard to find. I think we rented it. I think we ended up having to rent it.
Okay,
but
cool.
It's harder to find.
What's the name of it again?
Alien on Stage?
Alien on Stage.
It,
Okay.
I can't recommend it enough. This documentary filmmaker just kind of like got a whiff of these people trying to do this and came down and was like, "Can I follow this story?"
Yeah, I think
they
I saw
they-
a little tiny clip from it. And
Yeah.
I was like, what is that? That looks fascinating.
It is
But yeah.
so great, so great. While we're on the topic of Alien, I want to ask you: do you have a favorite of the whole thing?
Well, Alien.
Just
Well,
the
actually,
first one.
Oh wait,
I also
disagree.
greatly appreciate Aliens because it has Bill Paxton in it.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's, and I know James Cameron has his feelings about it that, I'm sorry, that Ridley Scott has his feelings about it. And,
Sure.
And he's proprietary, probably a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's one of the best Aliens, is one of the best sequels
I
of all
agree.
time. Like it took this cherished film, this already excellent movie, and didn't just try to like ape it. It expanded upon it in a way that, and it became its own thing.
Yeah,
And James Cameron does the kind of, his style of spaceships or whatever, which were already kind of portrayed in his Terminator film.
yeah.
They mesh very well in that alien reality, in that alien universe. I mean, Alien is a great classic, but actually I think Aliens is the movie that I would rather watch again and again and again.
I can understand both arguments. There's no wrong answer in that sense. Like,
I will also say that I hate the later Alien movies. I think Ridley Scott, like
Oh, you mean like Prometheus? and
Prometheus,
Covenant, and
Covenant and Romulus.
just the bad taste of those movies that leaves in my mouth. Any movie that requires you to like watch the web series in order to
yeah.
understand what the hell the movie is about.
Yeah, or
Like,
the
you
graphic
failed.
novels or
You
something.
failed making your movie.
I agree.
And though I really like Michael Fassbender and his android character,
David is one of
Yeah,
my
he's
favorite
great.
characters.
David's a great character, and I love his connection with Lawrence of Arabia, and which is a kind of gay cinema thing.
I didn't even make that connection. Like, there's like a Lawrence of Arabia
No,
like
Lawrence
homage.
of Arabia takes Aqaba from behind.
Uh-huh.
And so it's
Yeah.
like that's the whole thing about. I mean, and so the David character and his kind of love and fondness for the Lawrence character, and all of that is really fascinating. I feel like he violates the very structure and timeline of the Navigator and the events that occurred and how he portrayed it. Just doesn't. I just don't like it. I actually frankly just don't like it.
Well, I understand what you mean by that, where it's like, I like Prometheus, I like it, but it's only because I did a deep dive and now understand it. Well, the connections, but like the YouTube videos and like the lore and the all things, I'm obsessed with all the xenomorph lore. So it's like, once you do all that, if it's not apparent in the film,
they're
like,
impeccably made movies, by the way.
I agree.
That scene where Rooney Mara, is that her name? She has to get the alien out of her.
It's not Rooney Mara, but
Naomi Rapace.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
Naomi Rapace. You're right.
Yes.
I apologize to Rooney Mara and to Naomi Rapace. That moment where she does is one of the most harrowing, intense.
That's brutal.
It's one of the best scenes ever.
Like, that's an incredible scene. So
Yes.
it's not like those movies don't end that whole landing scene and how they flub everything up. And
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
like,
that
it's
is
just like people are behaving stupidly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That is
there's-
one of the perfect examples of like a plot that happens just because everyone fucks everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, famously in that film, there's a scene where Charlize Theron just had to go left or right.
Yes,
And when the ship is like rolling behind her,
but to be dramatic,
she gets squashed, and all she had to do was duck left or right 10 feet, and she would have gotten out of the way. But that
is-
one's famous for
Yeah.
that.
But people are also like that.
That is
Like, to
true.
be honest, I saw a video of this girl, like, that this guy was coming down on a paraglider, and she just kept running forward instead of running to the side.
Was it Charlize Theron?
Yeah, it's just hard. You just
That's
can't
just
go
what
left.
she does.
People are like that, though. So it's
just
at
can't
least
go left
I mean,
or right.
I can argue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge.
You're being
actually,
forgiving.
I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of Prometheus in the slightest.
Yeah.
Like, I actually don't like
I
that.
think it's
movie.
got some of the
divisive.
best environmental storytelling in the entire franchise in terms of like people walk into a room and it's like, oh, this is
what happened in this room.
right? Yeah,
Yeah. I do love that. That's
Yeah.
very Dark Souls.
yeah, 100%.
It's like you go in and you have to reverse engineer the story based on what happened in the room.
Right.
I do love that kind of scene, or that movie has a lot of that, which I love. It adds like an aura of mystery to like every room, where it's
Yeah.
like, wait, what happened here? There's a blood trail. There's this like ancient engraving. There's a ship
random
with
engineer dudes. That
yeah,
are like
there's giants that are, I guess, God.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I love the first thing that you wake up God and go, hey, what's our purpose? And he kills you. Yeah. That's my favorite thing
He's like,
ever.
let me go back to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. So back to you.
Okay.
We're going around Rob.
Well, okay, I'm gonna say, and actually, it's been a while since I've seen this movie, but I loved it so much that I want to mention it. Have you seen Nouvelle Vague, the movie of Richard Linklater?
No.
Amazing, and you haven't either yet.
No,
I
it's like
know.
in my jar.
Even though I was like, you
I know,
have
but
to
you
see
know
this
what
movie.
though? It's like when you describe it and the way you describe it is like, oh, it's just like my life. It's just like how filmmaking is. It's as stressful as everything. And I'm like making a ULB in New Jersey. I don't want to watch it.
You're right. The lessons though you would have learned from watching it may have helped you.
You
on
know
that
what? I've
ULB.
lived with you your entire life, or my entire life. I've lived with you.
Okay, so I thought I understood. First of all, I just have to say I think Rick Linklater is
You just
the
call him
best
Rick?
filmmaker of my
You just
generation.
call him Rick, Dad?
Yeah.
good old Ricky.
Well, Richard
Okay.
Linklater.
I was gonna say, like, are you guys on like a nickname basis?
Ricky Linkies, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that Richard is, I think, the very best director of my generation.
It's great.
I think his consistent output and the experimentation that he does from
Boyhood.
Boyhood.
from Boyhood to Waking Life and the Rotoscop work that he did.
Yeah, rotoscope,
He did the
yeah.
Before trilogy, right?
Yeah, the Before
Correct,
trilogy.
yes. Yeah.
Like
Scanner Darkly.
You know, and that there is not
really good
another
rotoscoping.
director of my
Yeah.
generation who has the humility. Most of us are egocentric. Who has the humility to serve the material rather than injecting himself into everything.
True.
And his most beautiful, perfect film, which is oddly kind of boring in the very, very beginning, is about the making of the movie Breathless. And I thought I understood, the French New Wave and all the characters in it. I really kind of thought I kind of understood it, and it taught me things. And that movie,
Nouvelle Vague.
Nouvelle Vague, is incredible. That's an incredible film, not only because it's about how Godard is, when he's making the movie, everyone's doubting him and no one really is sure what he's doing. And he might not even be sure of what he's doing, but somehow by the end, everyone's like, he becomes Godard by the end of the film. He becomes a genius, and everyone's like, did he plan it the whole time? And it's like it's a brilliant film, and the way he made it. I mean, Richard doesn't speak French. He, and yet he's made this French language film that is just extraordinary about the new wave. Now, it's about the making of Breathless, and generally the raising of financing for a movie is the most boring part of making the movie. And so that opening of the film, I was watching it and a little skeptical, and I'm like, okay, this is actually kind of like the most boring part of the movie. It's like it's people talking and trying to raise money, and it's so boring. But the minute he hires his DP, from that moment on, I think the film is incredible. The guy they have playing Belmondo completely captures Belmondo for me. I know a lot of French people are sort of, maybe not Belmondo. He's beloved in France. Of course, they're going to scrutinize it a little bit more than I might. To me, he's incredible. The actress that they have played Jean Seberg is awesome. And so this, if to learn about cinema, to learn about the new wave, to learn about what you go through becoming a director, to become a filmmaker. And as we were watching it, and I was like smitten by the film, and my wife, as Gala pointed out, was just sort of like, look, I've lived this movie. I don't know that I need to see it again in a movie. I've watched you go through this process, making your first film. And so it spoke to me in a really personal way. And I just like the fact that he made Blue Moon the same year. That's like Spielberg doing, I don't know, Lincoln or Warhorse, or what was it? Warhorse and, the Tintin movie was the first done. Or, when he just does two movies, I'll do Jurassic Park, and I'll also do something else that year.
Schindler's List, I think.
Schindler's List. I'll do Jurassic Park and Schindler's List kind of at the same time. It's like, okay, you have to be Spielberg to do that. No, you can be Rick Linklater and do it in your own kind of way. He made two movies that are both extraordinary films in the same year. I'm sorry, Rick Linklater.
I've never heard you call him Rick in my life.
My boy Ricky.
My boy Ricky. Yeah.
My favorite example of that is Mel Brooks doing Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein the same year.
Yeah, incredible. The fact that you can do two movies in 1 year, and that they're both these incredible works of art. Yeah. And the fact that the Academy didn't even at all recognize this extraordinary achievement, to me, it just invalidated the Academy 100% altogether. The only bad part of the movie, the only flaw of the film, is his shitty credit sequence, which actually almost destroys all the goodwill that he bought making the movie. At the end, they do kind of a animated pop thing to a song, and it's just horrible. It's like if they had just cut to black and just more refined. It was
the amount of times I've thought that exact thing,
and it was like, and I'm sure the studio or whoever just farmed out the credits to some other film. And that's what it felt like to me, at least. I don't know if that's the case, but I did not like that, and I would personally have just excised that. I will. When I buy that movie on Blu-ray, I will never watch that. I will turn it off. As the movie ends, and not watch that end credit sequence.
That's totally fair. It's like there's a ton of movies I like live edit in my head, which is a bad sign. If I'm like, if I'm feeling like there's a crescendo, a character is walking out into the sunset sort of, and I'm like, cut to black. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. And then it goes to another scene. I'm like, you fucking blew it. The amount of times I've thought that, where it's like an ending is right on the tip of the movie, and then it just goes, nah, we got 10 more minutes. And I'm like, you've just spoiled way more than 10 minutes for me.
Yeah, that's how the entire thing. It's like eating too much cake.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like literally then you don't want to eat cake ever again.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
for another
as
20
I
minutes.
have just lionized Spielberg, I want to mention Disclosure Day, which I think is so bad.
Thank you.
I think that is such a bad, awful.
I haven't
movie
heard a good review of
the
this.
movie
Garbage
sucked.
People
movie.
have been
That was
waiting-
so
actually,
bad.
It's actually kind of a
liked it,
stupid movie. I was watching it and I was
It's
thinking,
questionable.
this is a kind of stupid movie.
It was incredibly smooth brain.
And it was like I know how talented he is. I know
Yeah,
how
duh.
great,
Yeah.
I know how
It's-
great he is.
Yeah, it's like Spielberg. It was
But-
amazing because it was like Aliens, Spielberg, John Williams, right?
Yeah, pretty
So-
sure he's back.
I was like, this is a recipe. We're so back.
Yeah.
So I really like Minority Report, but there are moments in Minority Report
I
that are
love Minority
but
Report.
there are
too.
moments
That
in
might be my
Minority
favorite
Report
of
that I
his.
hate.
Yep.
Like when the jetpack is burning the hamburgers.
Yes.
Why are you doing that in this movie? Do you not understand the tone of your own movie?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that
Gotta
was
goof
like
around.
all of Disclosure Day.
Yeah, it was like
even he doesn't understand
funny.
what he's doing, I think.
Yeah.
And then he thinks like, at one point somebody's like, well, people will stop believing in God. Why?
Yeah. No. that-
Why? Like that just came out of nowhere. That moment that is clearly so critical to him, and
Bless
and also there is a kind of creepy element to the movie that these children are kind of abducted and then they're kind of molested by the aliens, but then they're made special, and so there's I think a weird element to the
Yeah.
movie on top of it.
I think it
all.
was also just like so funny, and it took itself so seriously. Like there's moments like the moment when this is, by the way, the most sophisticated deep state agency, lettered agency in the world that has kept aliens from the public eye for decades and 100 years, but they are basically thwarted at every turn by back doors. It's like they bang on the front door, like he's in there, and then they just sneak out the back every time. Like this guy in a USB drive, like basically took down the deep state.
I hate stuff like that. I hate hacker
Yeah.
stories.
It's so
I hate stuff like that.
insane.
I'm so tired of it.
And then Emily Blunt with her telekinesis basically walked in and turned everybody into their relatives.
She actually,
the fuck was that about?
She actually, I think, performance-wise, does a fairly decent job.
Oh, she's the
She's
best
a
part.
great actress.
She's the best part of that movie.
I don't want to criticize Emily Blunt. I actually thought she was trying really hard in it.
She committed.
But that movie looks like it was written on Apple Notes, which I understand it was.
Right.
That he wrote it on Apple Notes and David Koepp is somewhere else, like synchronized to Spielberg's Apple Notes.
Yeah,
And
they have a shared
I guess
note.
I got to
Yeah.
write this scene.
They have a shared Apple. Yeah.
Yeah,
Apple
well,
note.
that's
hilarious.
literally how they did it.
Oh my god.
And it feels like it.
Is that an Apple ad?
Stupid movie. There's
It was
stupid
really-
things happening.
Yeah.
It was
It's
really
like,
stupid.
this is such a stupid movie. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. God, I told myself I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, you did, but there's another movie. Actually, I'm just gonna go into your other movie that
I wasn't-
Babylon. You saw Babylon.
The
Yeah,
Damien Chazelle.
well,
Yeah.
I shouldn't comment on Babylon because I actually couldn't finish the movie.
Oh, okay, then
I got a certain distance into it, and
it's just really rare for you. Normally, you finish things.
yeah, but your mom wasn't enjoying it, and I wasn't enjoying it, and I will try to revisit it on my own. But the fact is, I stopped it at a certain point because I was like, I would rather just watch Valentino again.
Yeah, Valentino.
And I felt about it a little bit how I felt about Mank, and
We don't need to talk about Mank. We've talked about Mank so much.
And I famously don't like Mank that much. Although I saw The Killer recently,
Killer's great.
and I was like, oh,
That was his
Killer-
number one
all
movie.
hail
The
Fincher.
is
Fincher
so
fucking
good.
rules.
The
Yeah.
Killer's so good, but the crime about that movie is that it didn't get a wide theatrical release.
Not
That
a
is the
wide one.
cri-
Not a
but
wide
that's
one,
the
but-
crime though, like
Yeah.
it played in LA for like 2 days.
Yeah,
and
I saw it in
I
theaters.
missed that, and I
Because
wish I had
the
seen
sound
it in
design
theaters.
is so good that it deserves to be seen in the theater.
Soundtrack, Trent Reznor.
Yeah, the
amazing.
whole that movie's really good.
That's
And
one of the best, killer movies.
I
that-
loved that movie.
that I've seen, and
it
I was like, it's assassin movies, I guess. would
And the
be
unfortunate thing about Netflix movies, it did have a limited release, and I was Josh luckily enough dragged me to the theater. Josh hit me up and he was like, "Dude, the new Fincher movie fucking rules." And I was like, "The new Fincher movie?" I was like, "What do you mean? There's
What?
there's a
Yeah,
new
yeah.
Fincher movie." He's like, "Yeah, it's on Netflix, but it's in theaters right now." So we went and saw it together, and I was like, "Yeah, this fucking rules." But the problem is, even if it has a limited release, there's something about a Netflix release that makes it fast food. It makes it
Yeah.
digested by
Yeah.
culture over a weekend, and so it just doesn't have staying power. But to me, it was like it was one of my favorite Fincher films.
Me too. it actually completely redeemed anything that I didn't like about some of his other work that I don't care for, like Mank. And I know a lot of people really like Mank.
I didn't.
I just didn't connect with that.
I liked
movie.
Mank and Babylon. I feel like such the odd man out.
No, Mank.
Babylon
Don't worry,
felt
we'll get
like
to our conversation
Babylon
in a
felt
little
like this
bit.
movie where he thought these shots were going to be great, and I feel like everybody's like, "Wow, it's really happening in this shot." And I'm watching it, and I'm like, everything is falling flat to me. But then,
Is this Mank or Babylon?
no,
Babylon.
Babylon.
Okay.
But then I found myself constantly referencing it. Like,
oh my god! Literally every time we talk about movies, he's like, and then Babylon. I'm like,
on Pulp Time, whenever I'm talking about, because we've been watching a lot
he's
of
like, and
older
then in
films.
Babylon.
It's like, because he does touch upon certain, Hollywood of the, late 20s or the 20s and into the 30s. He kind of does touch upon some of the stuff that's relevant to what we're doing. It's just that in the end, I would just rather watch Ken Russell's Valentino.
Okay, so do you want to go next, or should I just jump in?
Yeah, you better jump in before
I don't want to talk about Saving Private Ryan, but I did see Saving Private Ryan for the first
Masterpiece.
time.
Yeah.
But the reason why I watched it, besides Giovanni Ribisi's like amazingly
yeah.
heartfelt performance in that movie,
Yeah.
he plays
Giovanni's
the medic.
amazing in it.
Giovanni
Awesome.
is amazing in it. Giovanni, I love you. I actually watched it because of Vin Diesel. Because
Yeah.
Vin is great in it.
because of the Fast and Furious movies, which I've now seen all of them, and I'm a huge fan. But the reason why I
His
So
his
crazy.
Instagram is fucking
I
insane.
love his Instagram. I like
you
every
sent me one
post.
the other day.
They're so fucking funny.
I love
it's
it.
just
He's
him
so
just like
heartfelt
it's just
thinking.
him just like thinking and then
like,
the
sending
caption
prayers.
Yeah, and the
Lots of love.
yeah.
We are
There
one.
It is so weird.
Yeah.
I love Vin Diesel's Instagram. I send it to people all the time because I'm
It's
like,
so
this is what you need in your day. He's
Yeah.
like, I wept when I read the script for Fast 11. Get seated in theaters
Wept?
soon. He cried.
I believe it, though.
I believe it because Vin's okay. But I wanted to talk about it because I love Vin Diesel now, and like I'm part of the family. But I wanted to talk about his short film Multifacial. Because that's his very first short film that he ever did.
Multifacial?
Multifacial.
I'm not,
You guys can laugh.
it was right there. I was wondering who was going to hit.
multiple facials.
You guys can laugh.
Bukkake
but
is the movie.
No,
I'm sorry.
you guys can laugh about it, but it's about his experience being mixed race, and
yeah.
it's about him and like.
Thank God.
Bad
Right
now.
after we're like, oh, he made a
close
movie,
one.
but
Yay.
No, but it's actually brilliant because it's him and it's his entire thesis. Because I did a lot of research on the Fast and Furious movies, and the reason why he's not in Too Fast, Too Furious is because, and I think the quote is, and I may be wrong, and I'll quote it correctly later, but they didn't take a Coppola approach to the sequel of Too Fast, Too Furious, and so he didn't like think that it was as good as the first movie, so he turned it down and he went and made Chronicles of Riddick, which is like
Banger.
Still a great
Yeah.
movie.
banger
I like
actually.
Chronicles of Riddick.
But he
Yeah.
went and made something that he actually believed in, and it's because Vin takes it really seriously, and he's one of the highest grossing actors in Hollywood.
By the way, Chronicles of Riddick is a sequel to another very successful personal film for him, Pitch Black.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah, they're
like
both great.
and
Yeah.
so
So-
that was sort of servicing that franchise.
yeah, and so he like is a really serious actor, and when you watch Multifacial, you actually see like his entire thesis of who he wanted to be in Hollywood as like the kind of actor he wants to be, and like the struggles that he's portraying, and it's like.
He's a
you
very good writer.
And that's
also.
the thing is like when you see who he wanted to be and like, the kind of actor he wanted to be, and then how he somehow became like this big blockbuster guy in like Marvel movies and the Fast and Furious franchise, and you see like he really just like wants to be taken seriously.
Yeah,
as an
and now
actor.
he's Groot.
And now he's
Yeah.
Groot. But like or the,
That's $1
or the
billion.
Iron,
Now
or the
he's-
Iron Giant.
Yeah.
He's the Iron
the
Giant,
Iron
which is one
Giant's
of my
fucking
favorite
awesome.
movies. I Am Not a Gun is like I'd cry right now.
It's- yes.
so
Yeah,
emotional.
That's an intense moment.
I know, but when you literally, and actually I'm going to talk about I Am Not a Gun in a second because like
flippin' rock.
because I have something for you that's special and we're going to geek out. But you see what Vin wants to be, and it's like a perfect masterclass of like getting into an actor's brain and like understanding who an actor is.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing short film, and I think it also like people should just watch it. It's available on YouTube. It's like 8 minutes long. It's like
Oh,
there's
damn.
no excuse to watch it. So anyway, that's my Vin Diesel plug. You and I can nerd out if you want.
You go for it.
Okay. I also saw 13 Going on 30, which is like insane if anyone.
Let's fucking rock.
Really?
The
I
Jennifer
was
Garner,
like-
Andy Serkis
You know-
masterpiece.
You know that
Yeah.
she was doing Daredevil at like the same time.
Yes, I do know
and
that
that's why
because
she's
that
so
was-
jacked.
Yeah.
I was
so jacked.
I was weirdly like super into Jennifer Garner at that time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, she's
I was like 11.
Gorgeous. She's
Yeah.
I was
amazing.
11 and she's Jennifer Garner in
Yeah,
2002.
Super jacked in 13 going on 30. And there is like some really weird, you have arm hair is like
Yeah,
one of the most
yeah.
quotable lines now. I just say it all the time. It's very strange. That's not the movie I wanted to geek out on. But we
But
can
I
geek
do
out.
love that movie, to be
Okay, I'm
fair.
glad you do. It's up there with St. Elmo's Fire as like the craziest movies that I've seen. St. Elmo's Fire is insane if you haven't seen
I've
it.
not seen that.
Oh my God. Demi Moore trying to kill herself.
Joel Schumacher.
Yeah, it's a Joel Schumacher
shit.
movie. But like trying to kill herself by stripping naked and opening all the windows in her like empty New York apartment after like doing too much cocaine is like the most insane plot point. That movie is awesome. And there's like a whole like trumpet solo in it. I don't know.
What? She
Sidebar.
gets naked, does coke, does a trumpet solo. It's wild.
I want to talk to you about the Ghibli movies because my
Oh, sure.
boyfriend has never seen a Ghibli movie.
Any
of them. And we went to go see oh my God, wait a second. Now I'm blanking on his name, the composer.
Isao Takahata?
Yeah, we went to go see. I almost called him Takanaka because I just saw Takanaka,
Yeah.
but I saw Takahata. I told him Dad.
I just made up a name. You're like, yes.
Chakalaka, chakalaka,
No,
makalaka.
that's not his name, is it?
Oh, no, that's the other director.
This other director.
Fuck.
Joe Hisashi.
Thank
I
you.
just saw
Yes.
Joe Hisashi live at the Hollywood Bowl with the LA Philharmonic Orchestra,
awesome.
which was amazing. But I told my boyfriend, like, before we go, you have to watch some of the Ghibli movies because they're going to play the music. And so, like, we watched a bunch of them. Like, I was like, you have to see Totoro and
Totally.
Spirited Away. And we rewatched Ponyo. I hated Ponyo when I first saw it.
Same.
Ponyo's great.
But yeah, have you seen Ponyo?
Yeah, of course. I used to watch all your movies.
That
with you.
was 2012.
Oh no, maybe
Ponyo?
it was
You haven't-
Pompoko.
Pompoko.
I'm sorry,
You're talking about Pompoko.
Pompoko. I'm thinking
Pompoko was
Pompoko.
Pompoko's
amazing.
great.
Pompoko's great. But we rewatched Ponyo. I hated Ponyo on my first watch. Kind of don't mind it on my second.
Really?
So you might. I don't know. Like
I only watched it the one time and I didn't really care for it.
I didn't either. But
Yeah.
okay. But the one that we watched that I had not seen since I was a kid was Nausicaa: Valley of the Wind.
Masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece, and it is so good. And if you've seen it when you're like a kid, you need to rewatch it because like it is such an amazing movie. The animation style, we watched the English dub because the voice acting, Jean-Luc Picard.
Oh, yeah, Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart plays
Oh, yeah.
like and I actually cried at the sequence where he jumps into like he goes back to save the people on the plane.
Yeah.
And he jumps in and he's the swordsman that can like do anything.
That is like, I feel like, what the fuck is his name? I can't remember the
Miyazaki?
dude. Miyazaki, yeah. I feel like that's his like first like
I think it's
the first time he like dialed in to like
Yeah, and he was
really
like, "This is who I am."
Yeah.
And it's really it's just so beautiful. But the entire thesis of the movie, and I'm gonna like propose this as a perfect double feature with Starship Troopers, because the entire thesis of the movie.
This is some of the most insane sentences ever have been spoken tonight. I don't
Everyone
understand.
should watch Nausicaa Valley of the Wind.
I get it.
Because the thesis of Nausicaa Valley of the Wind is the bug is not afraid.
Right.
You don't have to be afraid. And the thesis of Starship Troopers is it's afraid. And how happy they are that it's afraid. And her thing is go with arms wide open and you don't have to be afraid. And I think it's actually the perfect antithesis comparison of this war statement. Like Miyazaki is making like basically a war statement.
Yeah.
All of his movies are war like about the
Literally.
war.
And so is Verhoeven.
And so is Verhoeven.
Yeah,
and so when
yeah.
you pair these two movies together,
It's like All Quiet on the Western Front and Paths of Glory.
Which, by the way, you
literally.
mentioned Saving Private Ryan earlier.
Yeah.
Did you mention it? Yeah.
we all
for me,
mentioned
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And we watched recently All Quiet on the Western Front.
you mentioned that already.
Did I?
Yeah, you already talked all about
1930?
it.
It's so good.
So good.
So good.
Want to bring it up again? Loved
But
it.
I literally was watching and I was like, oh my God, like the same way that Starship Troopers tackles like the bug being afraid and like Nausicaa tackles the bug being afraid in a completely different way. And they're both anti-war films.
I would have not made that connection, but I totally get it.
Yeah, I know. And I was just like so excited to geek out with you about anime.
Yeah.
Like,
Has he seen Porco Rosso yet?
no, but that's my favorite.
It's
Like Porco
great.
Rosso and Castle in the Sky. Shout out to James Vanderbeek who plays the English
Yeah.
voice dub.
May he rest in peace.
peace, James. But Porco Rosso, and we were at the bowl and they showed clips of all the movies as they're doing snips of the score.
Love that.
They didn't play Le Temps de Souris, which I was like really sad about because that's like my favorite piece in it. But of course, Hisashi didn't like make that.
He didn't make the arrangement.
He didn't make the arrangement. So, but they showed clips of it. My boyfriend was like, I really want to see that one with the pig. And speaking of Porco Rosso, I cry every time that sequence is so influential on me, where they're by the candlelight and for a brief moment he's not the pig anymore.
It's the most like deceptively poignant movie by him.
It's so good.
Where like you see the poster of it and you're like, yeah, it's a pig in a plane, and
Yeah.
then you watch it and you're like,
You know what?
fuck.
You know what? Next time I'm on,
Yeah.
let's do that movie.
Yeah.
And let's make Josh watch it.
Dude,
Oh, God.
I made him watch Spirited Away, and he didn't like it. But
but
to
you
be
know what?
fair, he did not watch the English dub, which is the only way he would
He's
have ever
not gonna
liked it.
like
But you
it.
know
He's
what? No,
never
actually,
gonna like.
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
Porco Rosso,
If it's not Batman,
might
he's not gonna
like.
watch it.
Batman, the animated series is very excellent, by the way.
Masterpiece.
Of course,
Again.
But
of course.
Porco Rosso, he actually might like.
Maybe, but the
Doubt
thing,
it.
He's got this prejudice towards anime to begin with.
Yeah.
I've tried to get him to watch Berserk for
No, but you know what?
since-
Berserk, though, I 100% believe that Berserk is something that you can't tell someone to watch. It's something that has to come to you.
I agree.
Like, it comes
like
to you at the right
LSD.
time in your life. Or not.
Catnapped.
Catnapped. Have you seen Catnapped?
No.
Catnapped
Oh my
is
god, Catnapped is like the lost Ghibli film. It's not a Ghibli
Yeah,
film,
but
it's a
but it almost
it's a
is.
triptych with The Cat Returns and Whisper of the Heart.
Oh shit!
And oh my god, I have to find who the director is, and we're gonna geek out about this actually after because
Yeah.
you know.
So
Oh,
Sorry.
no, I don't care. I have
Kill the
cats.
cat.
you know,
It's like, sorry, let me just.
I mean, next time that we come, we shouldn't wait so long in between so that we haven't seen so many things.
Yeah,
I'm telling
yes.
you guys, I've missed you guys a lot. I was supposed to come out last October, and then I didn't.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's been too
y'all are
long.
welcome anytime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whenever you
We
want.
should play a few games and then wrap
Oh
up.
man, because Roger's here for the
Oh
games.
my god, the game.
The games.
This
the
is
games.
why I
I just lost the game.
Oh,
I'm
by
bad
the
at the
way.
game. I'm really
I
bad
just
at the
lost
game.
the game, by the way.
Oh, the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just lost
classic.
the game. Yeah, sorry. guys. Sorry to
Okay,
everyone
so let's kick it off with actor game. We've mentioned a lot of actors. I would say Tom Cruise
oh my
would
god,
be a
that was,
good
I
one.
literally thought that was who you were gonna do.
Tom Cruise would be a good one to go around the table.
Sure.
I'll kick us off with Top Gun. Oh, we do. I'm sorry. We do movies they've
mentioned a
been
film.
in. Yes,
Yeah.
movies they've
Cocktail.
been. Okay, yeah.
Digger, the upcoming masterpiece.
Yeah.
Born on the 4th of July.
Tropic Thunder.
Legend.
Jerry Maguire.
Mission Impossible?
Yep.
Wait, can you?
Why'd you say that with the question
Because I'm
mark?
questioning, like, if I say Mission Impossible, that
It covers all of them. That
Okay.
covers the whole
Sorry, guys.
franchise.
We
Yeah.
don't
Okay.
even
So
say
Mission
yeah.
Impossible-
So I can't say
3.
Top Gun 2?
No.
Okay.
No, that would because that would be insane. We'd be
Yeah,
at Mission
yeah.
Impossible 1, Mission Impossible 2,
Yeah,
3,
yeah,
4.
yeah.
They just if it's the same character, it covers the whole franchise. Tom Cruise, Vanilla Sky,
Taps.
Risky Business.
Legend.
Eyes Wide.
already
Legend has
said
been
Legend.
said.
Has it been said?
It has.
Oh,
You're
okay,
out.
well, I'm out. I
You're out.
love you, Tom.
To the explosion chamber with you.
I thought you said it earlier, but
Eyes Wide Shut.
Minority Report.
Classic actor. Been in so many things.
Yeah.
Obviously.
oh, I have a good.
He's Mr. Hollywood.
Mr. Hollywood. He's done it all.
Mm-hmm.
War of the Worlds.
Again, a classic actor. Yeah. Tom Cruise. He's so good in so many things. The Color of Money.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Ooh.
That's a
Underrated
banger.
movie.
I love that
Yeah,
movie.
it's a great
movie.
movie. He's great in everything.
I'm a sucker for a time travel movie,
Yeah.
of any format.
Did you see All You Need Is Kill, by the way?
Stop stalling.
Oh yeah, I did.
All right, I'm out.
Tom Cruise.
Wait, isn't he? Wait, he's in. Oh wait, I know one now that's like exactly like
Don't
that.
give
movie.
it away.
I'm not gonna give it. I have 2 for him now.
God damn
I
it.
didn't. I didn't. I just didn't.
Should
do
have
them.
snuck them via code.
Come on, don't stall.
I'm not stalling. I'm
got
not
it.
saying anything. They're
4,
stalling for me.
3.
I'm out.
The Firm.
Dang.
Nice.
Well done.
Okay.
you two?
Live, Die, Repeat.
That's Edge of
That's
Tomorrow.
Edge of
that's-
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Did you? So I can't hear apparently.
No.
Well,
That's the whole.
the title.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a weird subtitle.
Also,
of the movie.
and he was in Endless Summer. That was his very first role. Was
Hmm.
that weird movie about like what's her name, like naked and whatever, like love affair. It was his first movie. He throws a football.
He throws a football.
I buy it.
Well, it's like because I love him.
Do you want me to say the title of that film?
Yeah. What is?
All the Right Moves.
No. I'm sorry. I have to look it up now.
Okay,
but
well, that's my...
like,
are you
won.
still in?
No,
That's your-
no,
that's
I'm
your
not
finishing
still
line.
in.
No. You
I
just
was
won.
just saying, you already
you
won.
won.
The Outsiders. I could keep going.
Yeah.
I could keep going. You want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
You made your point.
Losing it.
Losing it.
Abusing it, just plain choosing it. Tom Cruise is losing it, and he goes down to Tijuana and he has sex with a whore.
He has little
whole thing.
sex.
It's like Tom Cruise is the man.
Yeah, he
Pretty great.
rules.
I won! Oh my god, I won!
You won the actor game.
Bring out the trophy.
Dad, the one I was thinking was Endless
It's a bunch of
Love.
cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah, Endless Love.
Endless,
No, he's
Endless
not in
Love.
Endless
Yeah, he
Love.
is. It's his first role, Endless Love, and his teeth are still all messed up, and he's one of the jocks in the very beginning when they're at the school. I know because I love Tom Cruise, so I was trying to do like a Tom Cruise retrospective, and I also love Eddie Murphy.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to my man
Just random.
Eddie.
I love Eddie Murphy.
Actors who we
Wanted to
love.
bring that
Let's
up.
go around. All right, we should do director game.
Okay.
It's like
Dude, I'm out.
let's
Spielberg.
Hey Spielberg, let's do that. Jesus Christ.
Did you already do Spielberg recently?
No, we haven't done
think so.
director game.
I
We
mean,
don't
I'm
do
not gonna
director
know
game very
it.
often,
Minority
but,
Report.
but it's hard
That
to.
works.
The thing is, like, actors have been in so much. Directors only have usually a handful of
Right.
movies.
Yeah.
So
Gullah just started it off, so
Yeah,
yeah,
Minority Report.
Spielberg Disclosure Day, modern
Masterpiece.
masterpiece.
Saving Private Ryan.
Jurassic Park.
Oh God, that was
Obviously, Jurassic Park.
Obvi. I was gonna say Jurassic Park.
That's the worst. As someone before you gets it, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, they pull the rug.
You got it. You got it.
I don't know.
You'll get
I
it.
don't know. I might be out because my brain just went to Titanic. So it's like
Any blockbuster,
I
it's a
think, I, know,
Spielberg.
I think I'm gonna withdraw. I withdraw. Oh wait a second. Saving Private Ryan.
I already said it.
I'm out. I'm out. Just
Damn.
like make the screen black. Like rest in peace, Joe Tovar.
We'll replace you with a tombstone.
Thank you.
Why don't you explode? Then Josh is back.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't there too many movies?
Spielberg, famous
I
guy.
already
He's
sold
so
enough for
good.
you.
Close Encounters.
Jaws.
West Side Story. Obviously.
Avi.
Lincoln.
The Terminal.
He did The Terminal?
Yeah, he's awful.
That's a
It's a
I love
terrible
that movie.
Yeah, he's done.
Stop.
I do not like The Terminal.
He's done arguably a lot of bad movies.
Yeah,
He's-
actually,
he-
he has a whole he has a bad streak that he eventually you know,
Okay,
came out
it's
of.
his turn.
Yeah.
Super 8.
He didn't do Super 8.
Didn't he?
Yeah,
that's
that's-
J.J. Abrams.
Ah,
Yeah,
You're out.
that's Abrams ripping off Spielberg.
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's other little kids meeting aliens movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Damn, I just had one before you said that.
This is classic tactic.
I know one.
My favorite thing to do is to look up everything I missed and be like, oh, I've never seen anything.
that was like me with the
Fablemans.
ah.
You mean Meet the Fablemans?
Okay, I'm
Okay,
out.
Jaws.
You already
You
said
already
that.
said
You
Jaws.
just said that.
Did I say Jaws?
You
You
just
did.
said it.
You did.
Does that mean I lose?
Technically,
God.
but I kind of I messed up my
I'd say
title.
we're
I was
currently
going
at
to
a
do
draw.
Always, which is
Okay, let's just keep going.
okay, Always.
I
I technically, I think I conceived though. If it had already been said, I didn't know. I
You
thought-
said
Yeah.
it though.
I did. I
Yeah.
was the one who said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then technically, I said the Fablemans wrong. Or is it Meet the Fablemans? Really?
Meet the Fablemans.
Shit.
Yeah,
Play
whatever.
the tape.
Run it back.
Oh my god.
What?
So many obvious
Yeah, there's so
ones.
many.
Yeah.
So many.
We're fucking up.
It's just
Yeah,
everyone should
fuck
know
it.
how late it is and how long we've been recording.
Yeah. Name some.
E.T.
Hook,
Raiders of the
E.T.
Lost Ark.
Hook. Yeah.
Catch Me If You Can't. Hook, yes.
Yes.
Columbo. Night Gallery. Duel.
Shit, he did Night Gallery?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He did the very famous episode of Night Gallery in the pilot.
Are we talking about TV episodes also?
Yeah.
It's valid.
Oh, valid.
Yeah.
Rod
I mean,
Serling in color.
Sugarland Express.
Never seen it.
Never seen that either. Yeah.
Okay, I think you maybe win.
Yeah. I think
I think
you
if
won
you
that.
list the pilot episode of Night Gallery, you win.
Okay.
Okay. All right. To cap.
Roger literally just wanted to play
I
games.
mean, Twilight Zone. He has a segment
Yeah.
of Twilight Zone.
Oh, that's
the
sick.
motion picture.
That's awesome.
I mean, there are fewer directors who have such an impressive body of work, and even when he's bad, they are technically really great. Like, did I mention Hook?
Yeah, you
Yes.
mentioned
Like,
it.
Hook is, I despise Hook,
I don't like
but
Hook.
it is still
Sorry to all the Hook
an
fans out
extraordinary
there.
technical
nostalgia.
achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm watching it.
So I think the last thing to finish us off, let's do budget. We're gonna guess how much a movie costs and then how much it made in theaters. So
That's a tough
Disclosure
one.
Day.
we can do Disclosure Day. You want to
Wow,
guess
that's
for
a-
Disclosure Day?
ooh.
It's a recent one. It looked like Amazon Prime slop.
Yeah,
but let's,
it does, but there is a lot going on in it. There's a lot of visual effects. I'm going to say $120 million.
120 million.
We'll go 95 million.
Okay.
God, I have two numbers. You go first because I have two numbers in my
I'll
head.
go bigger. I'll go 140 million.
Okay, I'm gonna go 80.
Okay. I gotta put our headphones on.
I
for
already automatically
Do I have to put
not
them on?
remember.
Yeah,
what everyone said. In one ear, out the
I
other
just
tonight.
remember what I said.
Alexa, how much did the movie Disclosure Day cost to make?
Disclosure Day's production budget was about $115 million.
You guess 120, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, but
Roger wins again.
Wait, but how much did it make in theaters?
Yeah, how much did it make in theaters, do you think?
Disclosure Day
Alexa, stop! Alexa, stop! Alexa, stop! Alexa, stop!
$6 million worldwide.
Okay.
With 160.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. Alexa, stop!
Alexa, be a
God.
good
Good girl.
girl.
Alexa B. Maggie Gyllenhaal and
I'm going to say
secretary.
I'm going to say that it underperformed, but still did respectable. Actually, apparently, it didn't underperform. It actually did fairly respectable business. And so I'm going to say, are we talking domestic?
Pretty.
global?
Yeah. Let's. We usually do domestic. Yeah, because it's like that's like the main number, and then global is always like way higher. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
usually
yeah.
just go by domestic.
I'm going to say it made 160 million domestic.
I'll go 120.
I feel like I heard what she said.
Oh no.
Oh.
Well, you go first. and I'll just make my
I
guess.
said it cost 120. I think it made 150.
Okay, I feel like it said 160.
Oh,
Did it?
really?
But I'm gonna say that it made. I'm gonna try to go with like 155.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say 159.
That's-
Like, come
domestic.
on.
Domestic.
Domestic.
Alexa, how much did the movie Disclosure Day make in theaters?
Domestically.
Disclosure Day has taken in about
Oh my
$239.6 million
God.
worldwide.
Worldwide.
With roughly $116.4 million domestic and
116.
$123.2 million overseas.
Did you get that one?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Good job.
I almost was gonna be like, it made 80 million.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so many people saw it. I got so many people text messaging me like, "Give me your thoughts on Disclosure Day." I'm like, I don't want to see that.
Dog shit.
Well, he was really
words
working
for
it.
you.
No,
I mean,
he-
the guy was really working it. He was publicizing the movie. He went out there. He was pushing his whole
his thing, yeah.
the religion is dead agenda, or maybe not religion is dead, but Christianity.
One day you will stop believing
You
in
will
God
question Christianity or whatever it
and
is.
your
he's-
little children.
Yeah, and so he was really pushing that hard, and it became part of the conversation. And then it is a thriller,
Well, it's also
a
it's a Spielberg
chase
movie.
thriller.
It's a Spielberg movie.
At the end of the day,
People
and so
should
people like to watch that kind of
support
thing.
directors.
Yeah, with the dumbest lettered agency in the fucking world versus.
I just hated how their cars kind of
I don't think we need to talk about Disclosure Day
collated
anymore.
together as they drove.
They, like,
Yeah.
make a
and,
gun, like,
when
park
they
in a
did the
trash can.
and when they did the invisibility thing. it
Oh
was
my
just
god.
whoa.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me just use this magic wand I found. Like that became like basically the plot armor for the rest of the movie. If they were ever in a bind, it was just this magic alien thing.
It's a Hitachi.
Yeah, and yeah, or like Emily Blunt just like weaving through the deep state agency just by being like, "I'm your son and I love you." And then
What?
and then the person was like, "Go on through." It was like, "What the fuck are we
And it
doing?"
was kind of interesting. Like he starts the movie.
Okay,
and-
are we just gonna talk about Disclosure?
Yeah, we're
Sorry.
back on that.
Yes, we are. We're actually we just talked about it, and we're continuing to talk about it. It begins in a wrestling match.
I can't
Yes.
do this.
Run it back.
have you heard him
But
talk
like,
about
why
this too much
why
or
does it
something?
begin in a wrestling match? Is he showing violence in culture and how people are glorifying the gladiators of culture who are just kind of body slamming for theater? Is that the theme of what that is in the very beginning? Is
Because
that
it's cool,
why?
Jan.
Because why does the movie begin like that? That's a good question. Why?
It is. It's
I
valid.
think I almost care too much.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say it almost sounds like you like this movie.
Well, he is Steven Spielberg.
I got to remind me to show you his box set, which is the
Oh my
funniest
God.
fucking thing he's ever done, I think. Anyways, Roger, thank you, and
Thank you,
Gala, thank
guys.
you
Thank
both
you
for
both.
coming out.
And thanks
to
for having us. We always love
course.
coming on the show.
anytime,
yeah.
anytime you guys are in town, please swing by. Thanks for coming to the OCFF, the Oak Cliff Film Festival.
Yes.
Any besides Pulp Time, anything else you guys?
No,
wanna plug?
that's all it. Just check out pulptime.com and
Yeah.
come and be part of our conversation.
Yeah.
And Booger Snots, what's the movie?
yeah.
Booger Rags.
Booger Rags.
Check out Booger
I love
Rags.
you, Booger Rags, and I will tell you tomorrow how much I love you.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
thank
Absolutely.
you.
Anytime.
And Josh, we miss you.
Yeah. Whatever. Later, Toads.